What else do you have to say? What is happening, Blades? And welcome back to Behind the Ramble. I am, of course, Jimmy, and this is your Rivals Watchalong. So now, this is going to be a little bit of a litmus test, really, as to the interest rate of Blades fans in, and even if there's any Cov or Luton fans here, which I'm not entirely sure, but we've had to shift our focus. This was due to be a QPR versus Burnley watch-along. And I hate to break the news to you all, but we are no longer competing with Burnley for an automatic promotion spot. We are now in the mix with teams similar to Coventry, who are currently in 6th and are trying to establish themselves in the playoffs. So Coventry could well be one of the teams that we end up facing in our playoff campaign. So we're here to check them out. We know a little bit about them already because we've just smashed them at Bramall Lane, but that means absolutely nothing going into the playoffs because I know it's a cliche to say it's a lottery, but it truly is a lottery. So interesting. I'm not going to be on my own, though. There's going to be a man that's coming in to help me, and he needs his own special introduction.
Jord Motson, the man on the mic, painting the match with a sound so right. Sheffield's pride, every fan can see. He's the voice of the Blades, their melody.
Yes, Geordie boy. How's it going, pal?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you, pal?
I'm good, mate. Thank you. I'm very good after a very funny end to 90 after 90 last night. So thank you for joining me there. Jord, for those that weren't aware or didn't manage to catch us for whatever reason, we did the watch along of the Stoke game where Sheffield United won 2-0. Fantastic result. Sort of got our spirits up again, sort of heading into the play a little bit. You know, we're mindful that we've not been very good last few games, but that was better from a patchwork side. We then went into 90 after 90. Some great calls from Blades, sort of being very matter of fact and sort of a little bit more optimistic. And then we finished on a blockbuster call from Man Mountain, who had enjoyed his evening, I think it's fair to say. Jord, would you say that's probably an accurate assessment, that Man Mountain had been enjoying himself?
I think so. I think we'll be feeling a little bit more fresher than him this morning, is what you could say.
Well, it leads me on to saying that coming up on the Ramble over the next couple of days, because obviously we've got a bit of a stretch now to Blackburn, but we're going to have Ramble on the Road out hopefully tomorrow. So Kieran's done Ramble on the Road for Stoke yesterday. I'm in the process of putting that together. So thank you to Kieran and his mate Ethan, who's also got some footage for us as well. So looking forward to that. I'm at the Star Awards on Monday, Sheffield Star Awards. I've been fortunate enough to get a ticket for that. So I won't be live then, but we're going to do 3MB on the main channel on Tuesday, probably around 8 o'clock. But it may surprise you, this, Jord. I've only had confirmation from 1/3 of the three Mardy Blades. So I'm there. Dave the Nose has confirmed he can be there. We've not heard from someone else who may well still be in bed. So we shall see. If you haven't seen that 90 after 90, look, there's a lot of talk to get through. I would strongly advise you scroll to the last 15 minutes of the stream.
It's quite possibly the best 15 minutes of the Blades Ramble 90 after 90 you'll ever watch.
And he's a great sport as well because he's taking it the right way. Because he's one of us, isn't he? He's a top lad, and he normally talks a lot of sense, but he didn't last night. So, Scotty starts.
Should we just sit like that for 10 minutes? Just give him a little exclusive if you want.
Yeah, he was enjoying himself. Bless him. Sheffield United have won for the first time in ages. So, well, I know we beat Cardiff, but when they were a bit of a dead rubber, weren't it? I suppose at that stage. Do. Wilder is a wind-up, says Scott. It certainly is. George just sent me your tweet, Scott, which I'd already seen as well. That, where we all thought he was saying to Blades fans, keep your chins up, we're going to be all right. He weren't.
And then Scott's pointing at our fans. And Scott's going, look, they're singing my name. Yeah,
they are.
My name. Keep your chins up. Right, funny. Brilliant.
It's... to quote Man Mountain from last night, it's Puhausery. I am keeping that, by the way. I'm keeping that. They're all getting saved. Nigel says, afternoon, fellas. How are we feeling going into the playoffs? Seeing the replays of Brewster's fouls, both were a straight rep. The first one certainly was. I think you can argue for both, but the first one was. Really poor from the referee. Great header from McCallum and a great team. goal from Brooks too. Didn't see the same personally. Didn't see the same personally. Up the Blades, up the Ramble, up behind the Ramble, like and subscribe. Thank you, Nige. I thought it was a brilliant team goal. That second goal was really good. All three main players in that movement were great. So it was the O'Hare's beautiful chip through to Sidney Peck, who played a beautiful first time pass across the box, and Andre Brooks with a really tidy first time finish. Really good football. It showed the quality that we've got in these players, and it's just, if we could see it a little bit more often, it would be very much appreciated. But yeah, in terms of McCallum, great header. It were a good header. It were a powerful header. Got through, didn't it, Victor Johansson? Oh, game you meant. Sorry, didn't see the game personally. Right, got you, Nige. Got you. Rubbish iPhone or just my fat fingers. Been there, mate. Been there. Don't you worry. Ben thinks it's going to be 2-1 Cov today. I think it's going to be a tough game because Luton have turned a bit of a corner. I don't know if we can get the tables up. I should have got them up beforehand, but Luton can. I don't know if they can completely pull away, but they're certainly well into this relegation battle, aren't they? This relegation fight.
They've only lost one out of the last 5. They've won
really?
1-2, drawn 2. 1-2, drawn 2, and lost 1. So they've had a bit of an upturning form, haven't they, as they're battling to get out.
I'll tell you what, Jord. I'll tell you what we'll do, pal. We've got the teams here, so do you mind talking us through the teams and how they're both going to line up, and then I'll try and get a table up as well if I can.
Yeah. So we'll start with Luton as they're the home team. It's a 3-4-3 formation. Starting with Thomas Kaminski in goal. The back three on the right-hand side of that is Christ Makoso, Mark McGuinness, and Tedem Menge on the left-hand side of that. 4 in front, you've got Isaiah Jones on the right-hand side, Amari Bell on the left-hand side, Liam Walsh, and I'll say this for PG reasons, Lamine Finney.
Lamine Finney.
Finney, we'll just say Finney. I don't know how you say his name, but it sounds like Finney.
Well, I do know how you say it, but I can't get through a stream saying that without laughing. Because I'm really a 14-year-old boy trapped
in a PG channel here, so
yeah, exactly, mate. Exactly.
And then the front three on the right hand side of that is Melenic Ali, Carlton Morris down the centre, and Thello Asgard on the left hand side of that 3. Jumping over to Coventry.
I would sorry, George, just on that. What's been really interesting for me in Luton's team this season, and I haven't seen loads of them, but obviously they've massively underperformed. Mengi's not really been involved much from what I understand, or he's certainly not been the same player as last year anyway when he has played. So he was a big thing linked with some Premier League clubs in the summer, and maybe one to watch today because Luton have every chance of getting relegated this season still. So, in fact, let me see if I can bring it up now, and we will come back to this, George, because I'm keen for you to talk us through it, pal. But we're going to go through the Championship table here, and Luton, if they win today, obviously they jump up to 19th, but they've or 20th, sorry, due to goal difference most likely. Remember that they're having to beat Coventry, who are 6th in the table and fighting for playoffs. But if Luton win today, they do go up to 20th, but also they've played a game more than Hull and Derby and Cardiff, people around them. So
and Hull and Derby play each other today as well.
Oh, do they? That's a huge game. That's a huge game, that. Wow. Right, okay. So that makes it very interesting as well, doesn't it? So we can come back to this table, but just in terms of looking at the team, the Luton lineup, there might be some players that we can pick off here. I like Thello Asgard, like we've talked about.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised by the drop-off in Tahith Chong. Not really featured very much this season. Not played well when I've seen him this season, but he historically has been a good player at this level. So I'm interested, mate. Sorry to cut you off early doors with that, but I'm interested to see what Luton are going to look like in this game, just in case there's anybody we can keep an eye on, really.
I used to like Carlton Morris.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he was one I thought, I always said I'd love him as a big target man for Blades. But this season, I don't think he's lived up to probably expected. To be honest,
none of them have they, mate?
I was just going to say, much like most at Luton's squad, they've not done what people probably thought they were going to do. But yeah, Carlton Morris, I used to like look of.
Good
he's not really done too much this season, so it'd be interesting to watch him as well today.
So it's half an eye on Luton really today, rather than properly studying what they're going to do, just to see if there's anybody that we like in their side. But the team we're really watching, obviously, is Coventry, mate. Talk us through this Coventry team.
Yeah, so Sky have got them in a 4-2-3-1, which I'm not so sure they will play that. I don't know if it's going to be more a 4-4-2, which I'll explain later down the line. So starting in goal, it's Brad Collins. At right back, it's Louis Binks. Next to him, at centre back is Joel Latibaudiere.
Nice. Well done.
Next to him, on left-hand side of that centre-back pairing is Liam Kitchen, and at left-back it's Jay De Silva.
Yep.
They've got the two defensive midfielders in Matt Grimes and Ben Sheaf. Ben Sheaf being one I would absolutely love at Bramall Lane.
Good player.
If we stay in the Championship.
Those two are very good at this level, Grimes and Sheaf.
Grimes has only just joined, Danny, so I couldn't, doubt he'll move on. Did he join in January or at the start of the season, were it?
Grimes in January. Yeah,
so he's only just joined that team, so I can't see him moving on. But Ben Sheaf, definitely keep an eye on him. So they're the three in front of them on the right-hand side. It's Tatashiro Sakamoto. Down the centre, Jack Redone. And on the left of that is Haji Wright with Ellis Sims up top. But I'm wondering if it might be more a 4-4-2 and Haji Wright and Ellis Sims, play together up top. And maybe Jack Redone pushes out onto the left-hand side.
Possibly, mate. Possibly. I didn't notice I'd left back screen on from there. Never mind. Yes, mate. So interesting. Let's just see if we can have a look at this table quickly, because I'm conscious that the teams are now out and won't be long before we get to kick off. But this is the table now. And looking towards the bottom, obviously, we talked about Luton. If they win today, even if they get a draw today, it's not really going to be good enough unless Derby get beat by Hull, I suppose. Later today, it gives them more of a chance. They need to win today to Luton.
Yeah.
But so do Coventry. Right? I mean, Coventry do not lose, I think, is probably the message that they'll be saying today.
Yeah, 100%.
Tricky away trip at Kenilworth Road. Then they do host Middlesbrough on the last day, which could be a huge game, couldn't it?
If Coventry draw today, they're 4 points clear with obviously Middlesbrough to play today. But then if Middlesbrough do win going into that last game, they still only need a draw going into that last game, basically.
At home. And I know that's a dangerous spot to be in, isn't it? But it
is. But it's a must. It's just a must not lose, I think, for Coventry today.
I think so too.
If they get a point, if they get a win, it's obviously even better. But if they get a point, I think it gives them they didn't drive in foot. They're in front seat. They
are, mate. I'm just gonna have a little look now while we're talking, actually, about who they've got on the final day, because I think this will let us know really what they're setting themselves up for. So Luton are away at West Brom. And as much as that sounds, it sounds a daunting fixture, but West Brom haven't got anything to play for. Yeah. Look at their form.
Yeah.
4 losses in 5.
Yeah.
So there's every chance.
And they've just sacked the manager, haven't they? Mowbray got sacked West Brom as well. So
there's every chance Luton could get something there.
Yeah.
Derby on the last day hosts Stoke City, who will likely be clear than you would think due to the traffic underneath them.
Yeah.
Obviously, Coventry, Middlesbrough, Bristol City, who go to, is it Leeds today or it's Monday, isn't it? They go to Leeds.
Yes, it is.
Bristol City have got Preston at home on the last day, so you'd fancy them to secure a playoff spot, probably in 5th.
Yeah.
So it comes down to that Coventry Middlesbrough game, doesn't it? In terms of,
yeah, it's a big one.
It's a huge one, mate. Huge. So,
what would you fancy, or are you not fussed to, who United potentially take on?
Well, I don't mind if it. To be honest, both Borough and Coventry, as much as we've played very well against both sides this season, they've both got players that can hurt us. So that's why I didn't see the background before, because we were on the proper view, like we like to be on this. Because it just lines up me scoreboard in the corner, so that's why I like it this way. They've both got players that can hurt us. If you were looking more for weaknesses, I'd probably say Coventry. Their goalkeeper situation is interesting to me, and I don't think Brad Collins is a top-end Championship goalkeeper. And the injury to Dovin, or whatever his name is, against us has potentially really damaged him. So we're not off yet. I'm just trying to get my timers right, just make sure it were working. That's all. So we're about to kick off.
See, I'd like Middlesbrough to sneak in. I'd be happy playing Middlesbrough.
Would you?
Yeah.
They've not been great, have the Middlesbrough this season?
No, I think they're a bit hit and miss, and I fancy at home against Coventry, just purely because obviously what we did last time to them.
We're off.
But I don't know I hate playing Coventry at their place. They're such a tough team to crack at their ground.
Yeah, they are, mate.
So I don't know. I feel like we'd have saying that we haven't beat Middlesbrough for ages at their ground either.
No, we haven't. They're both,
That.
mate. But the finishing. This is a team that's going to finish 6th, whoever we're talking about. So
Yeah.
they're no mugs, are they? Yeah,
No.
and that's what we've got to be mindful of. That.
In fact, what I really like, and I know it doesn't always play into your favour, is that we've got the second leg at home, so that I feel like we can go to whether it's Riverside, whether it's Coventry's ground.
I agree.
Just don't lose. Like same as Coventry, just don't lose.
It's such a dangerous mentality to have, isn't it? Do not lose, but
yeah.
You'd rather be in that situation.
2-0 up at going into the second leg.
Yeah, of course. But
as long as you don't lose, you still feel confident then.
Something we were so good at first half of the season with game management. Yeah. We just haven't really sort of mastered that second half of the season. So it's
losing big suits since we lost.
Yeah, it is, mate. That's exactly what it is.
Like, didn't
we? Let's have a look. I can just see a message that's coming up that's made me laugh. Jack says, "Hi guys, I was thinking about the game this morning. It's vital we get Holding and O'Hare in this team, and the final goal just shows how good we can be and how effective we can be when we don't let teams reset defensively." Yeah, we've got to be quicker in the transition, Jack. You've been talking about that all season, to be fair, and I don't think many will disagree. It's out for a goal kick for Coventry. Dave the Nose.
Last night, didn't I?
You did mention it.
Quick transition, saying if that would when Brooks got that ball, we just seemed to be slow on counter attack. Whereas in if that were Burnley or Leeds, for a fact there'd have been 3 or 4 players up there with him and probably scoring.
Yeah, they would. That's been the difference, isn't it? Dave the Nose says, "Afternoon, Blair." Petition for Pablo to have another bottle of red before 3MB. Absolute gold last night. Dave were messaging me while we were on with Man Mountain and just making me crease myself all the way through. Like, so it would just egging me on to be worse, I think. And it worked. Are we allowed to say something head in the chat since Man Mountain confirmed it's not a swear? No, we're not, little bully. No, we're not, pal. He's a bad example, and it'll be reported to his head teacher on Monday morning. So throw in for Luton down right hand side. Crossed in. Coventry clear. Well taken by Brad Collins. But I think Brad Collins and Binks are weak links in this team, personally, for me. I think we were easily getting at them at Bramall Lane.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree with that.
I'd want to play against those two. I don't know. I can't remember who the other lad was. It wasn't Kitchen. It was the other lad who had a really good game.
Is he on bench?
Can't remember his name now. I don't know. Somebody will tell us in
I'll
chat.
see if he's on bench, and we'll get back on that one.
Jack says also, who would have thought Peck would have been this good? What a breakout season. When I saw him getting instructions on the bench, I know something was going to happen. He's been brilliant, Jack. That is the epitome of something good coming out of a really negative situation. So he has taken full advantage of the Ollie Arblaster injury. He wouldn't have got hardly any minutes, I don't think. Not hardly any, but I think he wouldn't have got anywhere near. Oh, what a touch from Carlton Morris, that is. Finay. And it's Amari Bell. Finay to Bell. What's that about?
Well, it's PJ here.
It's ridiculous, this. What are they trying to do to us? This is behind the ramble, I suppose. Nice.
Makoso kills one in. It's headed just onto the edge of the box. And Liam Walsh collects it. Plays it into Asgard, who gets intercepted. Back to Walsh. And it's Makoso into Morris. He gets intercepted, but Luton still retain the ball. 30 yards out, Makoso clips it to the left-hand side over the top.
Nice.
Here come Luton, still a ball killed into the box, and Brad Collins collects it.
Not a bad little cross, that.
No.
Nige says, time to enjoy the last 2 games at the bottom of the table. Now we know our fate. Very close at the bottom, so should be enjoyable to watch. Oh, just as Ellis Sims were breaking away, but gets robbed.
Bidwell, I think, that played at centre-half, weren't it?
No, he played left-back.
Right, let me have a look then.
You'd be better looking at team, I think, mate, because I can't remember the name.
I'm going to go on our fixtures, their fixtures, sorry.
Nige reckons Cov will miss out on the playoffs, personally. Well, they've got 2 tough games, haven't they? Away at Luton. I know they've been poor this season, but people would have dreaded this fixture at the start of the season.
Bobby Thomas,
thank you very much. Yes, he played very well. I wonder if he's injured then.
Is he not in team? They're not in lineup. I didn't look on. I just went on their fixtures then.
Let's have a look. No, he's not.
He's injured. He's got a calf injury, according to this.
Oh, now then, I wonder how long that keeps him out.
Yeah, that might, if these finish 6th, work in our favour.
Never wish injury on people, but you've got to look at the positives
I'm
for
sure,
Sheffield United.
honest, other teams would be thinking the same. If we had Gus injured, they wouldn't wish injury on him, but they'd want him out injured for the game. So,
yeah, Coventry, they've got their starting goalkeeper and best centre half out, then teams are going to enjoy it, aren't they?
Yeah.
Where are we now in that chat? City have that upper edge. All right, okay. I thought you said Cov will miss out. Okay. Bristol City, I think you mean. Okay. Luton will go down very poor this season for me. Luton, Cardiff and Plymouth. Cardiff and Plymouth, I think, have gone. It's a shootout, though, because...
I think I've got a feeling Luton are going to... where did you say Luton were last game of the season? West Brom?
Luton are at West Brom. I think they'll win that.
It just depends on what they take from here today, but I think they'll cause Coventry some problems today.
Yeah, they will.
And I don't know. I've got a feeling this game's going to finish 1-1. I think there'll be a goal, for each team.
Yeah.
But I think it'll finish in a draw, which then Luton will be hoping that Hull probably beat Derby. So then it goes to the last game, between
yeah.
them two.
Well, if that happens, if it's a 1-1 today and then Hull beat Derby, then if Luton beat West Brom, Luton stay up.
Yeah. Because there'll be a point clear, won't they? Big win into the last game. So
wow,
I've just got a feeling they're just going to do it. I don't know why.
Okay.
I think they have been bad. They're just
Ramblers trip to Wembley, says Jack. Sorry, mate.
No,
I'm too busy singing.
I like that.
He said road trip to Wembley, but I think we've got to change it to Ramblers trip to Wembley. That fits better, doesn't it? All I've been singing, says Jack. Good afternoon, lads. What a man on the mic. No. Jord Motson's the man on the mic. Don't get it mixed up with View from the Mountain.
He's saying what a man on the mic.
That's true.
That's a compliment,
Voice of the Blades is their melody.
Cheers, Mr. Meldrew.
Yeah, Mr. Meldrew. Maury says, good morning, guys. Just woke up. Unbelievable that from you, Maury. 12:30. Unacceptable. Super long day, and I want Cov City to be fair. They look shaky, but that could change. Claire, the Cov fan, lots of key injuries to the Coventry team and a very small squad. Done well to sort of get to where you are, I think, Claire, Auntie. So Frank Lampard's historically taken a lot of stick as a manager, but you have to admire the job he's done, really.
Yeah, it's a bad injury to. Is it Evike? No, is it Binks? Sorry, I just can't work out number. It looks like he's dislocated his ankle to me there. Carlton Morris lands on him, and you can see he goes down in instant pain. And his ankles,
oh dear,
his ankles opposite way. And Carlton Morris obviously has got his head in his hands, but he's not meant to do it. Looking at it, I think they goes up for an header, and they both fall.
It's not De Silva because he's in level with Carlton Morris's shoulder talking to him now.
I think it's Binks. But it looked like his foot were turned inwards. Whether he's just holding it that way, I don't know.
Not Binks. Binks has got ball here. Look in his hands.
Who is it then? What about, is it that Latibaudier?
It might be, yes.
The one on the right-hand side of that defence. But it didn't look good.
Where's Van Uwijk?
That's why I thought it were at first, just purely because I know he usually plays, but he must be injured as well because he's not even on bench, is he? Yeah, they've got stretch
that
out
is bad for Cov. They are limping over line, then, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, they've got stretch out for him, and they've got the leg.
Well, you said straight away it were a bad one, didn't you? And sometimes
you could see because Harry rolling it. I don't know if you're looking at that as my arm as a leg, his ankles like that. It were turned inwards.
It's showing you again now.
Yeah. Oh, Morris just lands on him, doesn't he?
Oh dear.
Yeah,
it's a terrible landing, isn't it? It's a typical Carlton Morris tackle or challenge, should I say?
He's got up for header, hasn't he, at the end of the day?
And sometimes they're going to be given, sometimes they're not going to be given against you. But he's just landed on his foot, and
it's his as he comes down and he plants his foot. Morris's body's like falling on it.
Yeah,
and that's obviously it's his full weight onto his ankle, isn't it? I don't know if he dislocated it. It looked like it were. It didn't look very nice.
Is that Jake Bidwell?
They're obviously taking no chances, which you can't, can you, at this stage of the season?
Wow.
Hopefully he's all right though. He's putting his boot back on, so it might not be as bad as.
Carlton Morris has come over to shake his hand and help him up.
Yeah, he's standing on his feet. They've took stretcher away, so that's a good sign.
It's Latterbodia. It is Latterbodia.
Yeah.
It looked a nasty one, that. He must have ankles made of rubber.
I don't know if he's going to carry on here. I don't know if whether they've popped it back in and he's wanting to carry on, but surely you'd take him off, wouldn't you? You wouldn't even risk that.
Especially, well, having said that, mate, then it's difficult, isn't it? I was going to say you always want to protect your players first and foremost, but if he's not broken anything and you think he's one of your key men, it's a tough decision to make when the need.
Which is mental, because it looked like I thought you were done.
Yeah, he's carrying on because Bidwell's put his vest back on. Interesting. We've got an awful record away at Borough, says Mark Meldrew. I'd expect you to say nothing less, but you are right, pal, to be fair. Let's be fair, there's no easy teams in the playoffs, says Nige. All have players that can hurt us, not in the playoffs for nothing, correct? As long as we don't lose away, it'll be in our favour, especially since Holding settles us defensively. But I'd also get Gilchrist back in for even more defensive solidity. Man Mountain was class. I was crying at work with how funny it was. Says chat last night. It was very funny. It made me laugh.
Oh, it's a ball up at top.
Yeah, it is. Oh, he's done it.
Does he take him down there? The referee gives a red card. This. It is a red card. Red card for Coventry. Oh, my word.
So we're a long ball. You describe it, Jord. You're better than me at doing that, to be fair.
So it's just to be honest, it was Coventry up opposite end. Jack Redoni looked like he were getting in behind defence. It was a great tackle. They then play the ball out. I didn't see who it was. I don't know if it's Liam Walsh, it might have been, or Isaiah Jones. It's down the Luton right-hand side. It's just showing you now. Hold on. No, it's Asgard. Asgard whips an absolute curler or a ball.
Beautiful ball.
Over the top of Jay De Silva. And it's Ali that's running in behind.
I'm not sure whether he touches it.
That is. Can you remember when
Egan?
Anel? No, it were Anel on last week. Got it on.
Last week. He's tripped himself up.
He just clips his legs, and then he goes down. At referee's giving it. It was last man. He was clear on goal though. Ali were clear on goal.
It was, but I'm not sure he touched it.
But if you're giving the free kick, it's got to be a sending off.
Yeah, there's nobody's close enough to be covering other.
So if you're going to give it, it's got to be a sending off.
Hello, Asgard. What a pass from Tele.
That were unbelievable. That were like a Norwood ping.
It was a Norwood ping. It was. You're right.
So we're about 25 yards. Well, just short of 25 yards out, just on the right hand side of the box. It's Liam Walsh. He's only one man in the wall. He kills it into the box.
Mengi.
Yeah, he's headed out for a goal kick.
Oh, just.
Why didn't he have a shot there?
Should have done, really.
It was perfect distance to have a shot. I don't know why they've crossed it. Just showing you replay again. No, De Silva's knee clips his.
Oh, it does. It does just. It's unfortunate. It's
one of them horrible ones.
Yeah, because he's trying to run round to get goal side of him, innit? He's not trying to foul him.
He's not meant to do it. He's not stuck a leg out to trip him or anything.
That is the lightest of light touches.
Yeah, it is. But it's enough to make him go down as well, though. Because he literally clipped him. And then
it is. He's running full belt.
Yeah.
It's fair, I suppose. It didn't look... How tough is a referee's job, by the way? Because I couldn't make that out.
I mean, he got his linesman on that side as well, so maybe he had a quick chat with him, through mics. I don't know. To see if there were any contacts, and that made his decision for him.
Sakamoto coming off on 14 minutes as Coventry are forced to rejig their formation. Jake Bidwell comes on. Deary me. They've got to do it, though, haven't they?
Oh, well, that just, it makes it even more. Just don't lose. Like we were saying earlier. Just don't lose game, take a point. Going into the last game, they're in driver's seat. And
if you're Derby, you're fuming, aren't you?
Oh. Listen, there's still a chance. Coventry might these might push up.
Coventry are good enough to get a goal out of nothing.
The game was deeper, and it's still 0-0. These might push up Luton trying to get a goal, and it leaves them wide open. It's not over.
What a chance for Luton though now. Well, like we were saying, it's a probably do not lose for Luton, and now it's with every chance of winning this.
Yeah. It's a great start for them, isn't it? And especially if they get a win, it absolutely puts pressure on Derby and and Hull either way. It was above them two as well. It was above Hull and Derby. Is it Preston?
Preston and Oxford, but they're both on 49.
Right. Okay. So it's not as close.
When you said that, Preston. Who did we say Preston played? Is it Bristol City away on last game?
I think I remember you saying. I think I remember you saying that. It's just Amari Bell. He clips one in. Oh, it was free.
Oh!
It was Finney, free in the box.
Finney. Oh, he's offside.
Unfortunately, Finney couldn't finish.
No, it was Gash. Anyway, moving on quickly. Quick. Overall, I'm disappointed with Luton this season, says Maury. Jimbo, I'll done it. £50 for the Leeds shirt that you're going to wear, but I want you to sign it. Listen, mate, I will sign it. This is what Ian's idea. I will sign this Leeds shirt that I'm going to have to wear if that's what people really want, which is a little bit odd. But Connor's going to get me a Leeds shirt because they finished above us. I said I'll wear it on stream. That is the bet that I have lost. But the idea is to then raise some brass. Any Leeds fan wants it, then we can start off a bit of a bidding war if you want. And 50 quid is the first bid, and all the money will go to Bash Bash. So I think that'll be ideal, yeah. So Tom's it first in with the £50 bid. Van Uwick, yes, says Maury. Don't know where he's gone. Claire was right with Bobby Thomas. That shows you where I am in comments. Ricky says, after last night's performance, I'm slightly more confident. Rewatch the highlights and can see we are being a lot more direct and not as readable as previous games. Anyway, enough of that. Hope you're okay. I'm okay. Listen, mate, you can talk about United all you like. Bobby Thomas is injured, says Claire. That's a big blow for you, isn't it? That big blow. Up the blades, up the Ramble, says Ryan, the Leeds fan. Thank you, mate. Appreciate that. Rambler's trip to Wembley fits better. I think so, Jack. Here come Luton again.
It's Bell. It's across the collar, Morris, and he heads it wide.
Oh, you've got to score.
Chance.
He's 5 yards out with a free. Well, he's not a free header, but he wins the header.
Yeah. He gets way above him, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Kitchen's nowhere to be seen, really. Morris, he fluffed that one, pal.
Tell you what, if that were against us 2 years ago, he'd have bleeding scored that.
Of course he would. He's just not himself, is he, Carlton Morris? He's not hitting the heights that he was a year or two ago. You should smash the playoffs, says Jack. Hope so, mate. Do. Rambler's trip to Wembley, says Morris. We've got to get there first, pal. Let's not start copywriting songs and stuff like that.
If we get there, though, merchandise, picture of Wembley on front, and then song in music brackets, do Rambler's trip to Wembley.
Nice, I like that.
Perfect.
Knew I got it wrong as soon as I wrote it. Well, we're not all perfect. Up the Ramble, up the Meldrew, up all the blades. If you know, you know. Knew I got it wrong as soon as I wrote it. What did you write now? There's so much got an awful record away at Borough. I don't know.
No, it weren't that one.
Van Uwick out of the squad today. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, says Cooler King. I remember on last night's Watchalong there being a mention of a fire at Kenilworth Road. I guess it wasn't serious, thankfully. No, it wasn't. I had a quick look. Wow, we're still on 90 after 90 and everything had been cleared up. I meant to mention it, actually, and then my mountain came on and distracted me. But thankfully, everything got sorted and Luton tweeted out that today's game will go ahead with no issues.
Fair play. They both got back up and just looked like both went in for an end, and it were a bit of a clash of heads, but it obviously weren't. It didn't look as bad as what it were. And Coventry clear it. It's Mengi now with the ball just inside his own half. Goes out wide to Amari Bell. Bell into Walsh. And they come back over the halfway line now with Mark McGuinness, who passes it out to Makoso. He chips it over the top. It's mopped up by Coventry. And Bidwell just clears it back up towards halfway.
Oof. Sims is a good player.
Yeah. Back come Luton again. Jones plays it centrally. Oh, and Luton now lose possession. It's a bit... Both teams just getting ball up very cheaply.
Yeah, it is. It's a bit Sheffield United.
Had you right.
Mhm.
Plays it into Ben Sheffield. Tries to play a ball through.
Oh, Sheffield.
And it goes straight through to Kaminsky. And there's a clash of heads between Sheaf
And Walsh.
and the referee stops play.
Which allows me to catch up with some comments. Maury says, worst case scenario, if Cov go up via the playoffs, do you think they'll go back in for Gus Hamer? Absolutely right, they will, I think.
Definitely. That'll probably be one of their main targets, I would think.
Oh, absolutely they will, yeah. And they should be as well, to be honest. Now Jord has his own theme song. When is he getting his own T-shirt? Come on, Ricky. Come on, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Bobby says, if we're good enough to get promoted, then I would hope it doesn't matter who we play. It's very philosophical of you, Bobby, and that is technically right. But we know the game's not played like that, is it? So I hate to say it, but VAR should be in the Championship, says Maury. Disagree.
Absolutely not.
Disagree, mate. All about opinions, but completely disagree. Hey up, lads, feeling better after last night, says John. Yes, pal, I am. Thank you. I don't know if... I assume, George, you are the same, mate? Feeling a little bit more positive?
I'm happy. I've been quite positive when I'm messaging you saying... I'm feeling positive. I've got to feel positive. I don't want to feel negative. Just want us to get behind Blades, and them to know that we're there for them. And like we were saying last night, we're using it with Sheffield United, and we need to be united. And we're behind Chris Wilder.
Correct. Shout out to FCFC moments. Agree with VAR, but it has to be a decision review system like cricket. No. No.
How long would that take? Imagine Wilder holding up a card saying VAR.
Oh no, I know.
Well, what do they do in cricket? It's that, isn't it?
Mark
Imagine doing that.
Mark Meldrew saying Fernay needs to dust off the cobwebs. Deary me. Afternoon, lads. Has anyone here heard from the man Mountain today? I think he's just started moving, mate. I've just got a message from him saying he can probably make it for 3MB on Tuesday if we do it around 8 o'clock. Making fantastic gesture out of a bad bet. Great idea, Jimmy. Not my idea, Nige, but absolutely well up for doing it. It's a great idea. I think it was Ian that initially came up with it. So, George, the future designer of Blades Ramble merch. There you go with the Wembley logo. Yeah, absolutely right.
I'm not taking that off of Mr. Mountain.
That cup, Jimmy, looks amazing. I want one. Thanks, mate. Thanks. Your own very own Blades Ramble cup. Yeah, they're available on the shop, mate. If you want to have a look. We are going to revamp the merch in the summer, I think. And Man Mountain's got a few pieces that he's designed himself coming out very shortly. Paul says, I wouldn't fear Cov if I was a Blade. Bristol City would be my fear, but if Leeds beat them Monday, that could be them in 6th. That's true. But having said that, we'll have to see how this game goes now, won't we? Nige says, I go back to bed, Maury, after the VAR comment. And Maury, who I will not hear anything bad said about him, has donated a £10 super chat. Thank you, pal. Here's a tenner, mate, towards this channel. Can I just say you and the guys are class? Makes my depression a lot. I don't mean helps your depression a lot. I feel like you're all my family, mate. That's the vibe we go for on the channel. So I'm pleased you feel part of it because you are a big part of it. So thank you for your contributions as well, not just literal contributions, but Maury's done a lot of Ramble on the Road content for us today.
One thing I will say.
Season.
Sorry, carry on.
No, he's just done a lot of Ramble on the Road content for us this season. Sort of dipped his toe into content creation. He's now got his own TikTok channel, Maury the Cop Blade. So, yeah, I love that. I love that people are feeling comfortable expressing themselves and getting their opinions out there. Go on, George. Sorry, mate.
I was just going to say, and Maury, if you're ever feeling down, mate, my DMs are always open, pal. So if you ever need to message to make yourself feel better, I'm all ears, pal.
Well said, mate. As am I as well. Absolutely. Burnley 2 up. Oh, are they already? Oh, that's a signal, isn't it? I'm not bothered, to be fair. Fair play to Burnley. I'm saying that's a signal. It's not anymore, is it? It don't make a difference to us. It's they may win the league. They may win that league.
They've started, so like looking at that, it's 24 minutes gone. They've had 70% of possession, 8 shots, 3 on target. And it's Fleming and Cullen who scored. Cullen scored at 9th and Fleming on 20th.
Are Burnley going to be champions again, ole?
Oh, they just seem to have, since they got Marcus Edwards, They just seem to have kicked into like proper into gear. They were doing well before, and they're obviously not losing games, but they were drawing a lot, weren't they, as well? But
I agree. And the interesting thing for me is like the last 5 or 6 games, Edwards hasn't been great, but he'd already sort of injected them with that confidence that they can do bits going forward, and it sort of changed their whole setup.
Yeah.
Max is here all week. Anything else? Anything we can help you with, pal? We're here. LA Blade says, I've heard there's a national strike on 24th of May. Is VAR used in the playoff final? Yes, it is used in the playoff final, we think. Up the Blades, up all the rambles, like and subscribe.
Asgard is on the left, plays it in the outside of the foot, and it just hit Binks, and it goes out for a Luton corner.
He's got some techers, that lad.
I like him, Asgard, me.
Me too. Andy says, this championship is so easy. Well, yeah, I'm glad you think so, because you'll be here again next year, year after next. If Burnley win that league, do you even need a Leeds top? Yeah, they finished above me, Toddy. I wish I didn't. But the bet was whoever finishes above the other. Corner comes to nothing.
I could understand it if it were Connor who suggested it, but you bleeding suggested it yourself. You shot yourself in the foot. At least
who dares? Who dares? Sometimes
charity is going to make money. Charity, there's going to be some money. Charity, so
all for charity. Yeah, I love that.
It's another corner to Luton.
Maury says, thank you. No worries, mate. I'm feeling upbeat about our playoff chances as long as Holding plays, says Phil. The calmness and structure he brings to our defence is what we need, and is Suter-esque up the ramble. I agree, Phil. Holding has to play.
Goals from corners this season. Luton have the most with 11, which is quite understandable.
Most. Yeah.
They've got a big team, haven't they?
They have.
It's a corner from the left. It's an in-swinger, and it's headed clear by Coventry.
Well done.
It just comes out to Amari Bell, who sends it back out to Kitchen, the corner taker. He comes in centrally to Asgard. Is he going to have a shot? He does have a shot, and the keeper makes a save down to his right.
Oh, yeah. Bit of a deceptive trickler, that, weren't it?
Yeah. I thought it were going wide, but Collins obviously just he just made sure, didn't he? Yeah, it were going wide.
Yeah, it were, yeah. We need to have a bit of a trim, I think, would Asgard if he came to United. Not sure Andy the Blade would be on board with them braids.
How much do you realistically think it costs? Because I said yesterday, I think 5 or 6 million is what they'd be looking for.
Depends if they're relegated or not, I suppose, because he'll want away, I would have thought.
Yeah, if they go down, I reckon 4 or 5 they'd take away if they go down, but I think they'd want a bit more if they stop up, because he's a talented lad.
I'm going to have a little look and see how much they signed him for, because you said it were like 3 million, didn't you?
I'm sure it was like between 2 and 3 mil.
Oh, mate, you're right. You're right, 3 million quid.
So they're going to want to make
probably 3.6 million euros according to Transfer Market.
They're going to want to make double on that, aren't they? If they sell him.
I'm not sure I'd want him for that sort of thing. Not
a lot of money though these days, I think, for footballers. 5 million.
I know, but
it's not.
You could get Chowdhury for 5 million, couldn't you? And what? Yeah, I know they're different players, but
when Birmingham are spending 12 million in League One.
I know. Well, that's an anomaly, though, isn't it? Right, free kick to Luton. Deep on left-hand side. Cross comes in. Right-footed. Headed clear by Cov for another corner. One big Ramble family, says Nige. Anyone's welcome to message. Love this channel, and there's no confrontation with anyone, and open views and banter. Love it. Thank you, Nige. Thank you. Edwards isn't starting in the 11 today. Fair play if they win the league, though.
Yeah.
There you go. Finay was wide open there, says Cooler King. Mark says, here, Maury. DM's always open, and that's for anyone, for that matter, up the Blades.
Just to tell you what, it's going to be worse, Jimmy, if Finay likes to spread it.
No, don't. Let's not. Disgraceful.
I'm talking football terms. It's an out swinger. He's actually driven it towards the back stick, and Coventry deal with it once again. It deflects though back into the box. It's now Asgard to the right hand side to Walsh. Plays one along the box. Oh, it deflects off the defender. It's just cleared.
He's just hammered it into him though, hasn't he? And it's like
great ball in. A lovely driven ball from Walsh, down low. Luton have it in their own half. It's whipped over the top to Carlton Morris. Is he going to get there? He does. He plays it back into Asgard, who's got plenty of space in front of him. Cuts onto his right-hand side. I thought he was going to have a shot, but he don't. He cuts it back. It plays it back to Morris. Morris gets into the box. Does a couple of step overs. Plays it back onto the edge of box to Asgard. Asgard had a shot. It's a great save from Collins.
Oh,
Luton just starting to turn it up a bit here.
With the Coventry player getting sent off today with a straight red, would he miss the first leg in the playoffs if they get there? He'd miss both, I think, because you missed 3 games with a straight red.
Yes,
I think that's
last
the case.
Yeah.
So
does it depend on whether
they might appeal it and delay it,
foul or whether it's
I don't know.
force and stuff?
No, I think a straight red is a 3-game ban.
Yeah.
Usually. So corner to Luton then. I'm surprised Asgard ain't on this.
Oh, Collins, dodgy, very dodgy. With in swing, and he tries to catch it, punch it to edge of box. It's played back to the back stick. Liam Walsh keeps it in.
Oh, he does, yeah, just.
He curls it in. Oh, it's gone over everyone. It's Carlton Morris. I thought it.
Yeah, it does.
Defender. It's
definitely Morris.
The goal kick.
All the big family says Maury. Love that. Lee says, aren't Saturdays easy when the Blades have already played and won? There's nothing to worry about in next week's games. Do we go stronger against Blackburn? Onto the playoffs. See you at Wembley. Fingers crossed.
Well,
yeah, I think we have to go stronger.
Isn't he away, Lee?
No. I asked him that other day. He's away for the home leg. He's away for the home leg, but he's back for Wembley. Yeah, he's back for Wembley if we get there. Got to go stronger against Blackburn, ain't you? Not necessarily strongest, but stronger. I think
yesterday was a day to get some minutes into legs at lads that haven't been playing that much.
Yeah,
and we did that, didn't we? So
we did, mate. We did.
Yeah, I'd definitely be looking to go a bit stronger going into Blackburn to build some more momentum going into playoff games.
Match stats: Luton 6 shots, 2 on target. What is 67% possession?
Yeah.
Luton no shot. Coventry no shots.
Which is fully expected, to be honest, since they've got a man sent off early on.
Aid says, which charity are you auctioning the shirt for, Jim Bob? I hadn't thought too much about it, but if we're going to do it for Bash Bash, it'll be Western Park.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to raise money for that. Lee says, Asgard's a no from me. Better out there for the money or even less. I agree with that. If he's going to be £5 million, I'm not bothered about Asgard. If it were, I thought they'd sign him for like £500,000 or something, and we could maybe nip him for 2. But if it's going to be 5, I won't even buy Chowdhury. Not a chance, says Nige. I'm not sure who will. 3-0 Burnley, says Paul. QPR on the beach. Scott, I love these. They never get old, these. I do enjoy these sort of tweets and comments. Oh, look at me. I'm Burnley and I've been promoted and scoring for fun today. Grow up. I always get a smile out of a grow up message. Keep this channel PG. That's right, Maury. What a hit, son. Absolutely right. That was Asgard, weren't it? Alessandro says, Premier League or Championship, I'd take Holding. I can't imagine it'll be a silly fee Palace would want. I'd still go for Dunn and Darling, given they're free in the summer. Good defensive rebuild. That I completely agree. Yeah. If we're serious, oh, hang on, Frank Lampard. No need for that. Rob Holding's got to be in our best 11. Yeah. And if we can't see that, we're struggling. Cov against Borough will be interesting next week, especially if Luton wins, says Martin. Yeah, it will.
We'll not get to see that, will we? Because it'll all be on. Every game's played at the same time, aren't they? On last game of the season.
Yeah.
Beautiful downtown Bramall Lane.
Great idea to auction off that Leeds top 50 quid so far for a very absorbent loo roll. Be careful on using the Leeds badge. More poo would come off it. Okay, nice. James says only 1 game, I think, for professional fouls, though. Oh, is it? I didn't know that.
That's what I was saying. It all depends on
right. Okay.
What's a professional foul and some other saying. I can't remember the name for it now, but
Mark says every woman, every man, join the caravan of love.
Mel Drew.
Nice. David says, Maury, absolutely spot on. I was in a dark place before I joined the Ramble. Now look at me, confident to appear on screen, and it's all thanks to this community Jimmy's built. Thank you, David. I'm glad that if it can help anybody in any way, it's absolutely brilliant. Scott says red card will go into next season as playoffs is a separate competition according to the FA. Interesting. And the man says Burnley fan, and the difference between us at home versus away against QPR is night and day. Well, 3-0 Cullen and Fleming 2. Interesting. Afternoon all. I think I'd still prefer Cov in the playoff final, says Nick. They're not guaranteed to get there, are they? They're not guaranteed to get there. And stuff like that. And a one-off game anyway. They've got players that can hurt us, as have every team in the playoff mix. But it's just, it'd be ironic, wouldn't it, if like it came to a penalty shootout and Callum O'Hare misses the last penalty or something like that. You can just see it happening to Sheffield United. Red card for Robbo against Blackburn. Just emailed the referee association saying Robbo's planning a plot against them. And I've also offered a Fredo and a pack of Haribo to make sure he gets a red. Wow. Why is Willie Caballero managing Chelsea against Everton?
That's Maresca, isn't it?
It's Maresca, yeah. Maury says, and we can't keep checking the scores as Bramall Lane doesn't have a good signal.
I don't think any football ground does it? That many people in one place at a time, you never get a signal. "36 minutes gone. It's still 0-0.
Yeah.
It's more. I mean, it's mostly Luton with possession at ball, innit? And Coventry just
defending
their lives, which fully expected when you're down to 10.
Did your dad manage to get your tickets for Paul Eaton on 25th of May, Jim? Could be a great weekend or an afternoon to take our mind off it. Yeah, it could be, mate. No, we didn't get tickets in the end. My dad's away. That's the day of the wedding in Italy that he's at. So,
and to be honest, if he had got tickets, they wouldn't have cost him a penny, and he'd probably been in a private box.
Correct, he would, yeah. He would. And I won't, he'd only be able to get one, and I wouldn't be invited, and all this sort of thing.
He'd be with his best pal, him and Cammy.
Yeah, it would, yeah.
Someone just Morris has gone down in box, but I think he's
dive.
He's took a dive, hasn't he?
Ridiculous from Morris.
I think just gave him a few words saying that's pathetic.
We were too close to a man to say we're a blatant dive, but it is. It's a dive, that. Takes 9 years for O'Hare to get on the pitch for Blades, and he'll miss in the shootout. Don't I know, mate? I know. Chris says, would you take Jack Harrison offers for next season?
Yep.
If we're in the Championship, I would, yeah. But I think he's on too much of a wedge, if I'm honest. I think what was he on? 50 bags, something like that. Ridiculous money. So yeah, I think he's a good Championship player, but
he's on a loan at Everton, and he's going back to Leeds. So would you not keep him in your team then?
No, they don't rate it. Oh, certainly the Leeds fans I speak to don't really rate him. Hope Luton win and I can't stand Hull. And the most embarrassing song in football, Mauled by the Tigers, is appalling. Oh, do you mean Tiger Feet? Because both are bad.
There's that one and Bleeding Millwall one where they just go. Oh
no, yeah, that is
nothing.
Kaminsky down, Injured, shaking his head. That's not good for Luton. That's not good. Lisa's. Lisa.
Tim Krull, or is he retired?
Tim Krull.
Yeah.
Tim Krull. Lee says Blade should put four mast up on all four corners of the ground. It will bring in income small, but improve the infrastructure and match day experience. Missing a trick. I think we should suggest that through the Fab League. I think that's not a bad shout at all. Random Man says, I'd love it if Luton went down just for the double relegation. Wow. Nick says, it's hard to believe Luton were in the Prem last season. How far they've fallen. Yeah. That's right. And it's a stark reminder to Blades as well, isn't it?
They were just riding wave, though, weren't they?
Hiccups. Yes, they were. Just watching Luton Coventry game, says Andrew. The kid who was so badly injured, rolling around on the floor in the stretcher, is now running around like a spring chicken. Simply a cheat. I think, to be honest, I think it was a bad, a stinger.
I think he dislocated his ankle, and then they popped it back in place, and he was all right.
Yeah, it looked a nasty one.
How we're holding his foot. I don't know if he's, like I said, I don't know if he's bent it himself to make it look worse. I don't know. I can't comment on that. But at the time, it looked like he dislocated his ankle, and like Coventry players were like waving stretcher on, so it looked bad. And then they've obviously treated him, and he's been fine to carry on.
So Bidwell were warming up then, weren't he, before he actually came on?
Yeah, he were, yeah.
Donny one up, says Lee, as the main man scored though, Lee. That's what we want to know.
And didn't he?
Oh yes, he's banned. Yeah.
Often here, sorry, here come Luton. Jones whips the ball into the box. He's headed clear to the edge.
It's not bad that from Isaiah Jones.
Maury Bell into Asgard. Asgard just sort of loses the ball, but plays it into Liam Walsh, who gets it back out to Amari Bell. It looks as if he's going to cross. He doesn't. He cuts back to Asgard. They come back across to Makoso, who's centrally. It goes out to Isaiah Jones. Is he going to have a run at his man? He doesn't. It's going to be a left-footed shot. It's a poor shot. It goes wide.
Oh, it's rubbish. That.
Right, Ali, and it's a Coventry goal kick.
Rubbish. Harrison is on 90 grand a week, Jim Bob.
I wouldn't take him then, no. It can go somewhere else for that.
90,000 pounds a week. I don't believe that. And if that is anywhere near true, then it's ridiculous. Playoff finals are guaranteed. Red in it. Not much discipline in the teams in the playoffs, including us. And I think we're the worst for it. Maybe. Maury says, Jimmy, and question, did you get in touch with Lee Winter? Just popped into my... Yes, mate, I've been speaking to him. Lee's been trying to get initiatives together to get a better atmosphere at Bramall Lane. So Shoreham 1889 is his Facebook page if anybody wants to go and have a look at that. Chris Eslington says, definitely not. I think he needs a permanent move. Yeah.
Do you know if we stayed down, and it'd all depend if he wanted to drop down a division anyway, but a loan with a view to permanent is something I'd probably look at, but I won't be taking him on 90k a week though, if that's true.
No chance. No chance. What about that then? Cooper has a break record. No keeper has kept more clean sheets in a season than Cooper. 20. Is that right? 21 clean sheets.
I think Trafford's kept more, hasn't he?
Is that a Sheffield United record, you mean?
Ah, right, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, dear me. Paul says, seen a bet slip earlier. Someone needs Burnley and Port Vale for 100k to win the league. Is Liverpool and Birmingham settled? Imagine that. Oh,
the that's a rate bet.
I don't know if I could hold that nerve. I'm cashing out. If it's about 60k to cash out, I'm cashing out.
It probably won't be. They'll probably be offering him about 30. Cash outs these days are disgusting. And Port Vale today play. Do they play? Oh, they're playing Wimbledon at the moment. It's 0-0.
Alessandro says Leeds can keep Harrison. Thanks, but no thanks. Better options out there. I would keep Melier over Harrison at Leeds, Jim Bob. That tells you what you need to know. There you go then. And you're paying him 90 bags. Wow.
That's just crazy money.
There were a time where Leeds were just chucking money at people. I mean, Pat Bamford's on something like 75 grand a week, isn't he?
That's ridiculous.
I think he's had 15 appearances this season, no goals, no assists.
I don't think if we were paying 75 bags a week to someone, I'd expect him to be more than likely a striker for us in Premiership, scoring 10 to 15 goals a season for us.
I tell you what, we would have. The only player I would be offering that sort of money to, and even then it's a stretch, is Iliman and Die. And I think if we keep him, then we pay him that sort of money, and that. Yeah,
I reckon
you can justify that because he's a special generational player for us.
I reckon he got offered. Like we said, we don't know numbers, but I reckon Iliman were probably offered 60 to 70 grand a week to stay at us before he went to Marseille. And
it was offered the best paid contract in the club's history.
And I think we're Sander on about 50 or something like that. So he's obviously going to have been offered more than what Sander were on. And
he accepted it as well. He just didn't sign it straight away, which is what did us in the end.
Radoni with a shot from edge of box.
Oh, always dangerous, Jack Radoni. Always dangerous.
But I mean, did he go to Marseille for less money? But it was because obviously it was less than what we offered him. But it's his hometown team, innit? So
that's the story, that it's his hometown team.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to do with them getting to his dad or anything like that. Sorry, Sheffield United record, says Matt. No problem, pal. Cash outs are a rip-off, total scam, says Nige. Random Man says, I'd cash out as a claret. I don't really see Leeds dropping points unless Bristol have their performance of the season or Plymouth do a poo house. Bristol City, do not underestimate them. Do not underestimate Bristol City. I know they don't need to win really for the playoff spot, but they're a good team. They've been very good this season. Jim, would you take Vardy now he's leaving Leicester in the Championship? Last season he was top earner around 130 grand a week, if not slightly more. No, I wouldn't, Michael, to be honest.
And I'll tell you for now.
He won't come and sign for us neither, to be honest. But go on,
I used to
9 minutes added time.
I used to watch Park Hotel play football and Vardy used to come and watch. I'm telling you now, he would never sign for United in a million years. He hates us.
But that's how our rivalry should be, innit?
Yeah.
So, I'd rather go for Dolan on a free, says Alessandro at Blackburn. Dean Garner from West Brom, I think he's going elsewhere abroad. Or that Poku from Peterborough. Well, Birmingham are offering him 30 grand a week. So, given how fortunate we were with Burrows from them, I see us dropping some away at Plymouth. Random man, especially if they need a win. I think Plymouth might be home and dry by then and sort of relegated, but I might be wrong. Wouldn't have Vardy anywhere near our club. Me neither, Lee. Me neither. Me and Jord were a straight no, to be honest with that.
I know there's a lot of Wednesday fans wanting him.
I don't be able to pay him first.
I don't think he'll go there. I don't know why. I can see him ending up in Saudi division as a last payday.
Oh yeah, or America.
Or America, yeah. He might even go and play for
Rebecca Vardy. I'd love it in America, wouldn't she?
Well, he might even. He owns that. Is it? Who's he own now? He owns a team over there.
Oh, does he?
What if he goes and play? He might even go and play for them.
Correct. Yeah. Random man says we only beat Bristol City 1-0 both times, so I don't think they're bad. But Leeds just won 6-0, mate. Levels, honestly. We'll see. We'll see. Matt says Dino got 20 clean sheets. Cooper has beat it with 21 in a season.
Nice.
It's remarkable, really, when you think about. I know the football hasn't been amazing, but you look at the numbers and the statistics of what we've done this season. It's incredible how anybody can be so down on us. I understand the disappointment because of how we fell off, but how anybody can be so down on the season, and I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Here
Bell that left-hand side. He crosses it back into the box. Isaiah Jones, it looks like he's tripped. Referee doesn't give it. He says no penalty.
Oh, I'm not sure.
He's not really complaining, so I wonder if it's just a stumble.
Interesting.
Replay now. He catches back of his leg. It's probably not enough for him to go down, but he does sort of catch his heel.
Oh, Lee's right here. Vardy to Wrexham. Don't think she'll like that. Scott says Vardy linked with heavily with Disney FC. Could happen that. Oh, straight at Brad Collins.
Vardy at Wrexham. Oh, makes me feel sick.
Park Hotel. Wow, proper chef lad, Jord. Says Maury. Bristol at Ellen Road. Can't see him getting a point, in all honesty. I can. I think Leeds might. I mean, it depends what mood Leeds turn up in. Leeds have undoubtedly got the ability to turn them over. But if they've been on the sauce, then they might just enjoy themselves, mightn't they? I hope Blades win their last game of the season 12-0. All right. Okay.
It's a Burnley fan, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Alessandro says Vardy needs Saudi for that pay packet, given his wife's court fees.
I didn't want to say it like that. But
well, I know. Nick says Vardy's an owl. I'd pay him appearance-based and sit him on the bench forever. Not a chance, says Nige. Yeah, absolutely right. Absolutely right. Not for us. And he won't want to. It's the feeling will be more than mutual. Don't worry about that. It's not a disrespect thing. It's been a very good player.
What's making me think he won't state championship is that I don't think he'll want to come up against Leicester. So that's why I think he'll move abroad. Oh,
yeah, good shout. I've not thought of that.
You know, because Leicester are going down. If Wrexham do come up, they're going to be championship. So is he going to want to play against them? Surely he'd have stayed at Leicester, wouldn't he? Yeah,
possibly.
I don't know if that's them not wanting to offer him a deal as well, because I'm sure he's on about 120 grand a week. So
I'm sure he could get as good a wage at Leicester as he will get at Wrexham. So yeah. I know Wrexham are offering big money, but I'm sure Leicester could match it if they wanted to. So I think it's probably, like you say, a conscious decision. That's a naughty tackle from Binks on Bell. That yellow card for Binks.
Well, it's in a dangerous position as well, isn't it?
It is.
Because you could curl this. It's on left hand side of a play, halfway between box and corner flag, and you could swing this right to far corner. It's a right-footed in-swinger as well from Liam Welsh. So you'd definitely be putting this on keeper. Walsh that steps up. He does curl it in. It goes towards McGuinness. It comes off. I think it comes off Bidwell. It does. and it goes out for a corner, and it'd be Walsh to take it again.
Bidwell fancies himself as a bit of a unit, doesn't he? I think like a sawn-off unit.
He's quite
stocky, isn't he? But
he's quite stocky,
but a bit short, I think.
Yeah. I suppose you could say it's like Robinson, isn't it? It's
can do you,
stocky, but
can
not
do
massive.
you. Yeah, Robinson isn't as broad, though, is he?
No. Yeah, we'll not give him any credit there. I can't wait for you to see him next week. I cannot wait.
He won't know who I am.
I'm videoing it. It's going to be a picture.
Jamie Dumpling reckons he's getting us together. I don't think so. I don't think that's happening.
He'll try and all.
I know he will. He can try all he likes.
Jamie will not bottle that. The best thing will be is if Robinson turns around and says, "If you think I'm doing that, you're a bigger dumpling than your name says so."
Joe says you got to be excited for playoffs now. Yes, mate, I am. I'm excited. You got to be, aren't you? Mark says unreal scenes in Donny game. Walking off for half time. Bradford centre back sent off for 2 yellows for dissent. Incredible. Lost the plot.
All right, I get that. I thought you meant they were like walking off in protest.
Yeah,
I get it. Sorry. Yeah.
I genuinely don't think Wrexham will be good in the Prem. Oh, God, let's not talk about that. How are Wrexham paying all this money out? I swear they spend more than us.
Yeah, but the sponsors are ridiculous. They've got Disney Plus paying them much. And then they've got, is it United Airlines that sponsor? They'll be paying them. They'll get more than what we get for a sponsor.
Yeah, they will. Oh, absolutely, they will. They through PSR and FFP, they are allowed to spend more money because they bring more money into the club.
And more and more Americans will keep watching that, I know, because they keep going up. So it's like a fairy tale story, and they'll love it. So
that's Alpol. There you go. Chris says, I think you guys had a pretty good season when you consider the changes to the playing group. The consistency was there pretty much all season. It was just a stumble at the wrong time. Yeah, I think that's fair, mate. Brendan Rodgers might give him a nudge and get up to Celtic.
I'm hoping, to be honest, I follow Rangers, and a lot of Rangers fans are getting excited by it, hoping that he goes up there. So that could be.
But he's worked for Brendan before, hasn't he? At Leicester.
Yeah, he has. He has. I don't know if it depends where his morals are, if he joins them or Rangers instead. But I'll leave that one there.
Yeah, moving on. Scott says League One FFP is different to Champ and Prem. Wrexham will be under new rules if promoted. Why wouldn't they stay in the Prem if Burnley or Leeds offered him a contract? Why wouldn't Vardy stay in the Prem? I don't think they would, though. I don't think he's going to get a Prem offer, to be honest, Nige. He would. I'm sure he would stay in the Prem. But I don't think he'll get a Prem. Yeah, is he 38, did you say?
He's 38, and I think the only way to stay in Prem now is if Leicester had stayed up, they'd have probably offered him a new deal.
Yeah, that's right.
Shot from the box! Oh, it deflects up in the air and goes over the bar. It's a corner again to Luton. It was Fernay firing off the shot.
Fernay dribbling.
That would have been a clean finish. That would have gone in the back of the net.
Me.
Walsh drives it over to the back stick. McGuinness heads it into the box, and it's headed clear by Liam Kitchen. Every man back for Coventry as it stands. And the referee blows for half time. It's 0-0.
It blows early for half time as well. Oh, is it half time?
It's going to be offside or something. It looked like players had just stopped and it was going to be half time.
Yeah, it did.
I don't know what he's done here. A drop ball in the middle of the park to Luton. There must have been a ball on pitch.
And now it blows for half time.
Oh, wow. What is the point in that?
What a lemon. Unbelievable.
Oh, I'm on Sky TV. I must blow my whistle as much time as I can so I get on TV.
Jack Bobbinson says, Morey, word on the street is Robbo wants to have words with Jimmy. Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Lee says Jimmy will be wearing a tux and running shoes just in case Jackie Lodge.
I've heard on Grapevine, to be honest, that there's going to be a charity boxing match at Bashers Do, and it's called It's called Ramble in the Ring. Yeah.
All right. I've heard that Robinson's been invited, but he only goes through back door to go in. Doesn't say hello to anybody and goes out the other door on his way out.
Ball's getting involved with money, and Robinson's taking a big cut to throw it. You know what I mean? So
comes in, swears at a few fans, and walks out back door. Hey up, lads, says Paul. I said it. Rangers are being bought out by Leeds owners. one of us. Says
I don't
Ed.
mind that. I don't care. I'll take it.
What?
We'll have more money than what they've got at the moment.
How do Leeds fans feel about playing second fiddle to Rangers? That's what I want to know. I always wondered what it was like to be second in a club pyramid scheme.
Especially when Rangers are a team they clearly have in Champions League instead of Leeds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In fact, do you know what they could do though? They could siphon all their best players over to Rangers, and then just give Leeds some of the Rangers reserves and hope that that'll keep them in the Prem. That'd be interesting.
Not build them a new ground, but upgrade the ground as a consolation prize.
Absolutely, let's do that. Let's do that.
Perfect.
Hey Jim, if we get to Wembley, is the bus just for members? Well, it's not me that's sorting it out, to be honest, Chris. So a lad called Paul Young from Wellstone Landscapes is sorting the coach hire out, and it's going out to Ramblers first. If we don't fill it, which it looks like we will, to be honest, at the moment, then I'm happy to, or I'm sure Paul will be happy to offer it out to more people. But at the moment, it's just one coach. It might extend to two coaches, looking at some of the demand that we've got, because people are wanting to bring the kids and the partners and things like that. So we'll see. We'll see, mate. I'll keep you posted on how it's going. Random Man says, Wrexham don't need Vardy. They've got Pinocchio up top. Who's Pinocchio? Oh, Disney FC, innit? Disney FC.
Oh, right, I'm going to say.
It took me a while, that, sorry. This Coventry team seem really off in recent weeks. They're heavily depleted, to be honest, Scott. Yeah. They've got some significant players out, and obviously they're playing with 10 men. Ramble in the jungle, says James. Yeah, I know. Jack Robinson, my skipper, says Mark Meldrew, and that's why you'll never get an intro.
To be honest, I think he's starting to get a nose like Pinocchio, isn't he? Talking like that.
Sorry, lads, got to leave you. Promise our lass can go out this afternoon shopping and that.
Shopping!
That promise. Shopping! Oh, shopping, friends. See you all up the Ramble. Oh, enjoy your shopping. Well, it's better. Our lass is out on a bottomless brunch, so God knows what
my missus has gone down to Hillsborough, and she's wearing all black today for Chancery's funeral.
Oh yeah, is she gonna stand up and turn around and bounce up and down, or whatever it is they do on 10 minutes?
More than likely.
Unbelievable. Viva Chancery. You reckon Leeds can consistently get 50k plus? Yeah, I think they can. They ride the wave, don't they? They weren't doing in League One, it has to be said, 13k. But I think, yeah, if you're consistently in the Prem, it's a big enough team, Random Man, for him to get that. Probably going to need two coaches, says Jack. Can't wait, to be fair. Jack, we're not there yet, mate. We are not there yet. Robbo would trip over his laces in the ring. Count, ref. Count to 10 quick. Already told my manager I'm not working that day. You put your foot down, Jack. Good lad. And in goal for Rex and that dinosaur from Toy Story. Rex, yeah, nice. In the Premier League, yes. Random Man, yeah, I think they would. I think Leeds would get that. My lass just had me cleaning the carpet. There's some jokes here, but I'm not gonna. Mark Meldrew says that turning round crap when he's already got their money. Daft them lot. Turning round crap when he's already got them. Oh yes,
at Hillsborough.
Yeah, no, yeah. No, let's feed into it, Matt. Enjoy it. Viva Chancery. Afternoon, boys, says FV White. Afternoon, pal. I thought in the Prem, yes, but if they drop back down 10,000 empty seats, it's only 0-0. Yeah. I think if you don't make the move and try and be ambitious and sort of, widen your foundations and stuff like that, then they've got to give it a go. I think the demand's there, isn't it? They've got sending away season ticket applications and stuff.
That's what I was just going to say. They've got so many.
They've got a massive waiting list, haven't they?
And if that's that, then they can get more people at ground court. So
exactly right.
It makes sense.
Cooler King says Cov have done okay with 10 men, to be fair. I think so too. Luton moved the ball around well enough, but toothless in the penalty box. Murray's just got that from Jack. She's a Wednesday fan, so that chat went down well. Random Man says you've got to be ambitious when you go up, so I don't blame them. Just hope fans can repay it is all. I'm sure they will. 24,000 on the waiting list for season tickets, says Ed. Unbelievable. Oh, look at this. He's changed his name.
Oh yeah, I'm lucky. I don't think he wore eyes.
Never mind the quotations and Hill. You just Mark Meldrew. That's all it is. The showing red card again. We're on 13 minutes. That It does sort of speak to how well Coventry have contained them, then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
Look, you can just see him running through. And it's literally as Ali's right foot comes
Oh,
up
yeah.
to the run,
Yeah.
De Silva's left knee clips the back of his heel.
So unlucky.
It takes him down. It's like, it is a red card, and it's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate one. He's not meant to do it, but
Maury, where have you been? Oh, sorry. He's deleted it. Don't you, Maury? I saw that. Oh no, it's Jack. Sorry, it's Jack. Apologies, Maury. Cov got a red. Jack, where have you been? Where have you been? They got a red on 13 minutes. There's a red line under Coventry on the screen, like there always is. Unbelievable, mate. Lee says RB Rangers, RB Leipzig, RB Leeds, New York Red Bull, RB Salzburg. What order would you put those clubs in?
RB Rangers, RB Leipzig,
Probably
RB
similar to what you've got there.
New York Red Bulls, Red Bull Salzburg, and then Red Bull Leeds last.
Leeds are 49ers. No, they're Red Bull.
Sponsored by Martin as well.
Lee's getting a couple of bites, I think. The thing is, with Red Bull, they'll never be priority number one. Interesting.
Money talks.
Money talks. Money talks. Dirty cash, I want you. Dirty cash, I need you. Oh, who sings that?
Don't know. I know what song. I don't know who sings it.
I think it's Stevie V. I'm gonna Google it though. Money talks. Dirty cash. Stevie V. Gretchen.
Great knowledge. You should have your own music YouTube channel.
You know the hit list with Marvin and Rochelle. Keep saying to our lass we need to go on there because
I'd love that.
She's good with modern music, which I fall down on.
Yeah,
but
you need a mix. You need a mix, don't you?
You do. I keep sacking her though. Emily's my 9-year-old. She's better at some of the modern music knowledge than her mother, so
yeah,
it's difficult to pick a partner, I'm afraid, for them sort of quizzes. Ian says, good win for you boys yesterday, Jim. Back on track now, marching on together. I hope so, pal. You see, you were trying to get in there, weren't you, Ian? Got there first. Stevie V. Bobby says there isn't a whole rule in English football that completely makes that impossible from happening. Isn't there a whole rule that makes what impossible from happening? What are we talking about, Bobby?
He's on about where it's just a coming together. He don't mean to trip him, does he? For the red card, I think. Oh,
possibly, yeah. James says, which shows there is at least our age or similar, saying modern music isn't music.
Yeah,
it's not, mate. It's noise. It's noise. They start handing out Red Bull at the start of every match. Says random man. Minority ownership, I know, just fishing. I know, but it's good to fish, Lee. We love a bit of fishing. And I love that profile picture as well. Absolutely top class. He's going fishing as well, by it looks. Michael says, Hal of the Sheffield United way was on BBC quiz. Pointless. Oh, was he? Okay. Very good. RB Leipzig, RB New York, RB Salzburg, RB Jers. Then that other team, says Maury. Red Bull Leeds, says Bobby. Not many nibbles, to be fair. That's good from the Leeds boys.
They're Red Bull Whites.
Yes. Oh, can you imagine? Oh, I'll tell you what came through this morning. Ticket for player at Yedo.
Is that your ticket?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so.
All right. Good job I didn't bin it out then, because I just saw.
It's just like a flyer, isn't it?
On it, does it really? It says Steelfault Player at Year Awards.
Yeah, well.
Do you want to see what come this morning? Just give me a sec.
Okay, mate.
Oh.
The excitement is palpable.
So I've got my tux, Anna.
Yes.
I've had to go for some new shoes as well. Get them, Bobby.
Oh my word! This is nice, you all moaning about the price of everything. So you've gone and bought yourself a new tux, new shoes.
You know.
Nice.
What Sheffield United do to me?
I know. Nice then, mate. Very nice.
They weren't that expensive either, so I'm quite happy with that purchase, to be fair.
Yeah.
M&M Direct. M&M Direct, it's coming handy.
M&M Direct?
Yeah. 25 quid then.
Oh, nice that. Nice.
So I don't mind that, especially when you've paid as much as we have for ticket and tux.
Hey, it's worth 75 mil to have Red Bull on the shirt. Yeah, I'd have Red Bull on shirt for that, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
Bobby says Hull tried to change the name to Hull Tigers years ago and weren't allowed. I'm not surprised. That. Sanity prevailed. Lee says that pick is from the vlog part 2 of Ramble on the Road Europe. Yes, it certainly is. So we talked about Ramble on the Road, which we've got coming out with Kieran tomorrow, hopefully, if I can get the edit done in time. But Lee also, not only does he regularly do Ramble on the Roads for us, which is our Match Day Vlogs series, he's done a Ramble on the Road two-parter in Europe, which hasn't got anywhere near the love it should have got, because it's a fantastic vlog from Lee and his mates. And they go and watch a lower division team, Amsterdam FC, I think, and I can't remember who they face off against. But then he watched it on the second vlog. He goes and watches Ajax against Breda. So it's just, I really enjoyed it. It's something completely different. So if you haven't already, go and give that some love.
Watch. It's a good watch between some lads having a few beers, a good laugh, and a bit.
It doubles up as his son's stag do as well. So there's a couple of little bits in there as well.
If you like that type of stuff.
Yeah, it just reminds me like my dad's trips away. That's exactly what he does. That sums up that kid's club, Bobby. Fair dues. Them shiners, I know them shiny shoes you've got there. Unbelievable. They're like Michael Jackson shoes, aren't they?
I better wear. I'll bring my white glove then.
It was a heavy night at my son's stag do in Amsterdam. The morning after was a struggle. Good night though. There you go, mate. Could have bought a mic with that, Jord. Says James. nice bit of a throwback there from James. Love a bit of M&M, Jord, says Toddy. There you go.
It's decent. It's a decent site, to be honest.
I have to have a little look at M&M. They're shinier than Pep Guardiola's head, says Maury.
I'll have to get a bit of turtle wax, shine them up even more.
Yeah, one of them. Maury, David Morwood says, enjoying the live stream, then the X rolls up to spoil it. I'm back now, though, after she told me I have a seat in hell reserved. I replied, yes, it's called a throne. Bye-bye. It's an up and down relationship with your ex, isn't it, David? It has to be said.
I'm on your side, pal.
Yeah, me too. That's interesting. I hope to do a lower team ramble on the road for a team like Hallam FM. Hallam FM?
Hallam FM?
Yeah, wow.
Did I even know that?
All today's hits. Or Stocksbridge Park Steels. Maury, you're welcome to. He's jumped in straight away, but we already had it, mate, I'm afraid. Mate, look at that profile picture. Look at that. That is a Tinder picture if I've ever seen one. Yeah. which one's to send?
I don't know, because I've never used it.
Which one's to send? Is it left?
I've heard swipe left before, so won't we?
Maury, you can pick up whatever you want, pal. If you fancy doing a ramble on the road for anything different in close season or coming towards close season, you're more than welcome. Is he doing some tap dancing in those sets? They do look a little bit like that, to be fair. They do look a little bit like that. I'll take it.
I'm happy with him. It's the shiniest thing I've ever purchased.
Oh, this is what Mark Meldrew were on about. This is the Bradford red card.
I don't even get what goes off.
So,
is it good to have a chat with referee and then it just gets heated and ref goes, yeah, see ya?
Shouting at ref, and he gets a second. He gets a yellow card, and then he chelps on his way off and gets a straight red. Oh my word!
Error.
This is Bradford. This is Bradford, who are competing to be top at league in League Two.
Do you know what it was making me think of? You know, when someone earlier said it's got red card all over it in final. That's something that Robbo would probably do in final if we got there. Strange. Notts County are winning. Didzy scored. Your mate Didzy.
We're keeping that under wraps. We're keeping that under wraps.
It's not Didzy, unfortunately. Not this time. It usually is him, but it's not.
Usually. What? The Magic Man? Definitely is.
He's playing as well, isn't he, next Sunday?
Yes. Yeah, he is.
I can't wait.
That's his Brownie.
Ain't Brownie playing for Sky?
Yeah, he is. Balmy that.
But it is a United 11 through Bash, though, isn't it? Which Bash never played with Brownie, did he? So
no, that's true.
So if you haven't got your tickets for that, by the way, which is next Sunday, it's Bash's due at Bramall Lane. Get your tickets, because we need to sell out Bramall Lane and get the man the best send-off you could imagine and raise some money for Western Park Cancer.
Correct. Well said. And we're off for the second half. Jim, if the Blades folded, who are you picking? What do you mean? Do you mean if they folded as a team?
You'd pick Wakefield FC, wouldn't you?
No, I'd probably go to Ossett United games, but my team would probably end up being Bradford just because of the way our family started in football. With Blades though, there's only one team for us. I'm all for a Man Mountain Wine Rambling series. Me too. Me too. Yeah, we'll get something sorted if we can, James. Dave's trying to get him tanked up before we do 3MB on Tuesday. George says, rocking up like 007 to an awards do when you finished 003rd. Fair enough, George. Fair enough. Lee says, can Maury tell me what filter he uses for that pic? I could give it a proper test. It's a Snapchat filter. Who's doing a ramble on the road for the Bash Bash? Man Mountain or Dave the Nose? Nobody at the minute, Maury. Nobody at the minute. But whoever does the ramble on the road Bash Bash, I need some players involved. So you would need to be getting some chats with some players. And I know that's not easy to do, but that's the challenge. So you can have it, Maury, if you want it. But I want some messages from players out there too. To bash him, not to ramble, to bash and things like that. Paul says, got to go and enjoy the game, Jimmy. It's snooker afternoon and some beers in Leeds. I'll catch you next stream. No worries, pal. Thank you for joining us, mate. Have a good afternoon. As Luton have a throw in high up on the right-hand side. We'll just see how this attack goes. And then I've got a question for you, Jord.
Oh, great. I don't like questions.
It's all right. It's all right.
Fire away.
So we are predominantly watching this game to have a little look at Coventry and see. Obviously, we're having a look at, players in general, because in the summer we'll be looking to strengthen. But we're predominantly looking at Coventry in terms of if we come up against them in playoffs. Have you seen anything that either worries you or you think we can get at them?
I think it's hard. It's hard. They've had a man sent off. They're down to 10 men. I think it's hard to because they're literally going to be sat deep trying to defend and not lose. I don't really think I can comment on it. You haven't seen Jones has a shot. It's keep says it. I haven't seen enough. You can't judge a team when they've got every man sat behind the ball, can you?
It's true. It's true. It's a very difficult dynamic now, isn't it, to the game?
Yeah. They literally sat in their own box and hoping to seek game out, and there's a long way to go. I like Ben Sheaf. I think he's a great centre mid. I said that before.
Yeah, me too.
And I think he'd add a lot to us. If Vinny Souza left, it could be a good replacement for him. Yeah, but it's hard. It's really hard to try and judge him properly going on this game. Is that what you've seen?
No, I think you've nailed it, to be honest. It's difficult. We knew a lot about them anyway. It was just really what sort of form they were going. It's more interesting for me that they've got injuries and potentially now suspensions going into playoffs. So
yeah, I agree.
I do sort of lean towards playing against, and this don't mean they won't turn up and play really well against us because they've got the ability to, but having players out like Bobby Thomas and the keeper and maybe now De Silva, and depending on what happens with these, so it does sort of lean in towards me wanting Coventry.
Yeah.
As sixth place.
Yeah, I think I said Millsbury before, didn't I? But hearing that they've got injuries and stuff like that, I'm starting to.
It's whatever fine margins you can get, though, isn't it, Jordan?
It is, and that's what we're having to go off, isn't it? Because we've been looking at Leeds and Burnley all season.
Yeah.
And now all we've got is when we've played at Bramall Lane and at their place, and what we're seeing here, which, like I say, you can't judge that much off because they're down to 10 men. So you're not seeing their game plan, are you?
No, it's true. Guinness playing a bit of a dangerous game there.
You see them Guinness sometimes, don't you? Pulling him back.
A long throw from Lewis Binks now into the box, no doubt. And it is.
That's a long throw, but
no, it don't quite meet near post, does it?
No.
Trying to let it go out again, and it does. Maury says, I tried to get Gus yesterday at Stoke. No worries, mate. These things happen. Ramble on the Road in Amsterdam by Lee was brilliant. Oh, headed on. It's not cleared by Luton, and it is on the second attempt by Fernay. Oh, yeah.
It's Ali now, isn't it? On the left-hand side.
Nah.
That's an awful ball. Oh, but it comes to Asgard. Asgard's in the box and a shot. It deflects and it's just wide of the post.
Oh, that were in.
I did.
Tell you what defender there with it kitchen? Oh,
yeah,
Jake Bidwell.
Bidwell trying to chest it down.
Bidwell, awful.
On edge of box.
Told you. It's a liability.
Is he called Jack Bidwell?
Jake.
Oh, I'm going to say, because if it's like Jack Robinson, it runs in name. I need to stop with that. It's not fair.
It's disgraceful. And if Jack Robinson's listening, I completely disagree with what George's saying about you here.
Well, we'll have a tag. Listen, if it's gonna
2-on-1,
we'll have a tag team. No, so that it can have someone of his choice. We'll have a tag team.
It says Jim Bob Coventry have been good at getting late goals. Bad news for you, as you can see late. Yeah, possibly, mate. Newman Mountain Series name should be called Chunky Mounty. Chunky Mounty. Okay. Lee says, get Liam on the Bash Ramble on the road. He's good with getting players, pictures, etc. And it can be his return. It was a shame the one he did got cut short because his lad was ill. It was a good watch. I agree, mate. Yeah, if Liam wants it, he can have it. If he's going to Bash, I don't know whether he is or not.
Are you going to Bash?
Yes, we will. We haven't bought us tickets yet, but we'll be going.
It's going to sell out. You're not going to get one.
It's not going to sell out. Honestly, my dad gets where Watter can't, so even if it does sell out, he'll get us a couple of tickets.
He'll speak to his good old friend Tony Curry.
Yeah, the miserable swine. Greatest ever player.
I can't wait for that day because it's the fact, I'm so excited because, Asgard's in its corner. I'm just so excited because we've got Bash before, and for a fact that's going to be a good event, and then players do it at night, and you can go and have a drink and get together and have a good laugh. It's just going to be like a great day.
Yeah, hopefully, mate. Just looked on the LMFC next game Thursday, 8th of May, but doubt you'd want to ramble on the road at the Pigsty, mate. You'll be busy on Thursday, 8th of May. I won't be going to that one.
I'm going to say that's
playoff first leg.
Playoff first leg, but that is for anyone.
It's
gone wide corner. For anyone that's wondering about that, that's LMFC. I think they've got works up. I think in the final of, I'm guessing it's Sheffield and Allenshire Cup final.
They've done well, haven't they, Allen, this year?
They have. They've got promoted on in their playoff final, and they're getting crowds at like 1,500 as well at times, which is massive.
You follow them, don't you? You follow them a bit.
I wouldn't say I follow them, but I always keep an eye on the scores on a Saturday, and follow them through X and that.
I'm the same with Offset United.
Yeah, and that's all it is. I haven't been to many games, so I can't say I follow them. There's many more fans that are followers than me. But they're doing well for themselves, which is good to see. It's Luton in possession. Walsh whips it towards back, stick towards Morris. It's headed out.
Corner. Latabodier heads it out.
Yeah. No, it's a throw-in, Jim, I think. Yeah, throwing Asgard to take it.
My word. Done well there.
It looked like it was going for a corner.
Yeah.
Asgard plays it into Bell, down by the byline, who plays it across the box. It deflects off the defender. Didn't quite see it where it come back to Walsh on the edge of the box. There's a shot. Oh, my God, it's hit the bar. 25.
Oh, what a shot that was.
And I think the keeper did get a touch. Luton are complaining. He did give a goal kick, but I think he's changed his mind. Just showing it replay now. He drives it with outside.
A great effort.
Bending away from keeper. Do you know
it is a touch. It is a touch from keeper. Oh, it's all Luton at minute, which you'd expect with 10 men.
Yeah. It's Walsh to take the corner. He drives it. It's headed clear by Kitchen, but it comes to Asgard on the edge of the box. He looks to shoot and it's deflected.
Yeah, he does.
Deep into Coventry's half here. They're just defending for their lives on edge of box. Luton are piling pressure on.
Oh, well done. Well done, Fernay. Dribbles well. We're in a bit of a sticky spot there.
Oh, it's a penalty.
It's got to be.
Is it?
It's got to be a penalty.
No, the referee's wave play on. Wow. Ball coming from Asgard centrally towards the back. Well, he plays it towards the penalty
Another
spot.
nice ball from Asgard up at top.
And it looks like Kitchen just takes out the Luton player. Not so sure actually after seeing that. I think he's running through and McGuinness clips the back of Kitchen's legs and goes down. It's in real time it looked like it was a penalty, but I'll take my words back on that one.
Alessandro says the form has taken a real wobble since they lost the keeper at Bramall Lane. Wouldn't be against playing Cov, just not Millwall. Small part of me thinks there's a chance Swansea could sneak in. No chance. No chance.
I don't think so.
Lee says, you're not helping Jimmy with them statements about Jackie Longthrow, Jord. Heard he's a subscriber. I have to.
Isaiah Jones. Oh, great. So it worked. Sorry, it worked. And Finney misses his chance.
Oh, that stinks.
Carlton Morris played. I couldn't quite see it where ball gets played to Carlton Morris.
Ball.
A lovely ball in behind.
It were a lovely touch.
And Finney just gets it wrong in the box. And it's his last touch.
No more puns.
It's coming off.
No more Finney for us.
That last bit of Finney we see for a while.
Yeah. Art imitates life.
Having a few ones off.
Guys, do you know if SU TV will do the Bash game? I'm not sure, Mick. I wouldn't have thought so, to be honest. Shot well over the bar. Do like the look of Asgard. Not for the money he'd be worth.
You missed your chance there, Jim, because it were Bell fires and he misses.
Say nothing. I keep track on Stocksbridge, says Maury, or Chesterfield too. Luton are looking dangerous, but fair play to Cov. They're playing for their lives.
And Brad Collins gets a booking for wasting time.
Ridiculous. On 57
minutes gone, he's wasting time.
4-0 Burnley, such a bully of a team, says Scott. Maury likes Finney. Interesting. Mark Meldrew, Finney Magnet. Unbelievable.
Oh, God.
That's enough now. That's enough. I don't want to get demonetized.
I think all professionalism's gone out the window here, isn't it?
Ian says it's a good job I haven't got to block the presenter button in the mod options. Sorry, Ian. Sorry, Ian. I'm setting a poor tone.
Well, it's going to have to change to Amari Bell, innit? I'm afraid now.
Oh, cross. And cleared by Binks. Old Jar Jar gets it clear.
I didn't even check my match bingo, you know.
We've done that, David. We've done that one. Come on, keep up. Luton missed the chance there. Finney was wide open. Done that.
Oh, is it post?
Oh, that's bar and post, and now it's out for a corner.
There's a goal coming here.
Oh, Luton.
There's a goal coming here.
Oh, Luton. Thoughts are with you, Claire. Matt SB, best wishes, my old mate.
Did you play match bingo today, Jim?
No, I haven't today, actually. I need to get it on.
I have.
Oh, I can't now.
Unless you play at 3 o'clock games, but
I'm running out of brass in my account, to be honest.
It's not going to happen. I need a Coventry left-footed goal for a line.
No, it's not going to happen. Keep saying it's not going to happen, and then you might just jinx it into happening.
But then if where are we here? No, I need 66 minute, and I need a goal in 6th minute from any team. At any minute, like ending in 6, and then a third substitution made by Coventry. Which have they made 2 up to now?
By Scott's maths, if Luton win this, Plymouth and Cardiff are down. Right, let's have a little look and see. So I have got a live table here. The live table says... The live table says that Luton currently drawing, obviously, on 47. If they win it, they go up to 49. No, I think Plymouth are down due to goal difference, aren't they? If you look at their goal difference.
Yeah.
But
It's a big
Cardiff,
swing. Yeah.
Cardiff are still in it because obviously they could win today themselves.
It's just showing you match stats. Luton, 20 shots, Coventry 2. 6 on target for Luton, none for Cov. And a percentage possession of 72 Luton and 28 Cov. Expected goals from Luton, 1.57.
And they've got none. So, yeah, Cov currently will secure their spot in the playoffs for this game week with a point today. And they have to just keep Middlesbrough at bay. Having said that, if Millwall win today and go to 66, then if Coventry and Borough draw, Millwall can sneak in.
Please no. I don't want to.
Please no. Please no.
I really don't want to face Millwall.
That's awful.
Offside.
Oh, hang on. He's offside. He's offside. Nick Cook says watching Luton in this game is like watching Sheffield United. Yeah, frustrating. George says,
because Luton are attacking.
Almost got a line on my bingo card. Just need Ross Barkley to give Frank Lampard a kiss in the 150. Could happen. Could happen. Connor spamming my inbox again. Read your messages, mi amigo. You see, I'm busy, pal. I'm busy. All the possession, plenty of shots. Opponents down to 10 minutes, still can't score, says Nick. Text, that is, up the ramble. Because you've said up the ramble, I'll read it. Shall I read it out to everyone, or is it one of them personal ones you like to send me?
There's not going to be a picture of you two, is the way it's like two people kissing each other. That's what you know.
No, they'll definitely not be one of those.
I don't want to see that.
Yes, possibly, Con. Yes, mate. Depending on what time. Is Fene a Brazilian? Nice, nice. See, that's the sort of what we want. I like that. Lee says that Binks was a total poo housery, according to Man Mountain, in the game at ours. Morning, trying to wind up players, running to the ref, pushing lads, starting clashes between the players, then walking off behind the melee. He's not even a decent player. No, he's rubbish, isn't he?
And there's a sub for Cobb as well. Off comes Ellis Sims and on comes Josh Eccles.
Josh Eccles isn't a bad player. But obviously the weaker up top now.
But is Hadji Wright still on? I wonder is that Wright going up top and Eccles will slot in where Wright's been playing.
Oh, well, Connor, mate, says Maury. Maury, lad, waving. What are the games looking like? Just 4-0, just seen. Saw 4-0 Clarets. Boring, Burnley, says Random Man. Absolutely right. Take it from a Leeds fan. You really don't want Millwall in the playoffs. No, we don't. We do not want that. So let's be right. We probably want a Cov win here.
Yeah. And I can't see it happening either.
It's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to happen.
But then are they at home or away? They've got to be at home, aren't they, next week against Middlesbrough?
Yeah, they are.
So I fancy them at home, even though they have, like I say, they've got the injuries, haven't they?
Yeah, but if they don't beat Middlesbrough, then Millwall can sneak in with 2 wins. Mind you, aren't Millwall going to play Burnley?
Yeah, that's the last game of the season, and they're going to be going for the title, aren't they? So
yeah. And Burnley is on fire. Millwall's defence is terrified.
Oh, that's a foul. It's played on Jordan Clark.
Good advantage.
The back stick and it goes out. It doesn't go out yet. It looked like it was going out. It's cleared by Letabodier.
I think Connor should wear a Burnley shirt if Burnley win the league. I think that's a good bet. I think him and Joe should make the same bet that me and Connor made. And whoever finishes lower has to wear the opposition shirt. There's no way Joe would have the coconuts to make that bet. No way. Not a chance to cost Joe. Oh,
that's a poor ball. Asgard loses it though now. Radone. There's a chance here. If he's gone that way, and then Liam Walsh takes down.
Naughty. Tactical foul.
Yeah, definitely. Probably the right thing as well, because they were a counter-attack on for Cov then.
I am, yeah. I'm streaming. You can come say hello if you want. You don't want to? Okay. You okay? What you do? I'll come and see you after. Not long to go. All right, dude. Love you.
That was a real star at show then. Everyone wanted to see
Hey, Emily, that. Yeah. She
real
just,
star at show. More important than you.
She didn't. That's true. She didn't want to come on though. Is Claret slimming? Depends what size you get your shirt in, Connor. I know you like to wear small, so
Jimmy's a
nothing's
medium.
slimming in small. Yeah, medium probably if I can. I think they should wear Burnley shirts anyway, because we're that good, says Random Man. I'm sure they do a small, Connor, or get a women's extra small to help show off your guns. He said funds there, but either would be true. Either would be true. Honestly thought we had a higher chance of losing 5-0 than Cullen and Sarmiento scoring in the game. Let's not even talk about Fleming getting 2. Medium. Fair enough.
That'd be words of Mr. Mountain, that.
It would, yeah, last night. Oh my word. He was so funny last night.
It's the ball over the top. It's Ali, he's in. He takes it around keeper. He just goes too wide.
Too wide.
Coventry get back.
Asgard were there as well for return ball.
They were. They were crying for offside there, but it's definitely not. It's left back that plays him on. Is it Bidwell? Yeah, Bidwell plays him on. Walsh takes the short one to the edge of the box. He cuts inside. He's getting pulled at the same time, but
Alan Naismith looked like you were being pulled there.
Yeah. Jones comes inside. Oh, it's a foul on edge of box. I didn't know if we were going to get
it's a pen, don't they? But it's not.
It's a yellow card. Oh, it's a red card. I don't know if it's a red card for Walsh.
He's always good for a card. He's Walsh.
How stupid! If he just got sent off, how stupid is that? What an idiot! It's just even game up.
What has he done? That's what Don Goodman's saying. Interesting, this.
I don't get how foolish must you be? Because they said
I'm looking forward to seeing replay though.
They said how much of an idiot he's been, hasn't he? Because he got 2 red cards early on in the season, and I know Luton fans were really giving him some stick for it. And in a game like this, if he's just, I don't know what he's done yet, but
something off the ball, weren't it?
So they did the free kick.
No, is that Ben Sheaf that get it away? Liam Walsh now comes in towards Binks.
That's not a red card.
Oh dear. No, that's not him. That's not Walsh.
That's not a red card, is it? It pushes him on his shoulder. And then it went down.
I think it was Binks.
So he literally, Binks is squaring up to one of Luton players, or the Luton players. So Walsh runs over.
I'll get that overturned, but that's...
Yeah. Or he jogs over to him and just shoves him on the shoulder. You know, like players do these days. Bit of argy-bargy. Fans are saying now, what did you do to him? He's talking to Luton fans. The class.
Saying I don't know.
Yeah, he's saying, what did you do?
I pushed him in the face, apparently.
No.
Didn't look it.
From angle that they've just shown you, he shoves him on his shoulder and he goes down and he's absolutely bought it.
Yeah, to be fair, Lee Golden.
He's coming over as well to someone online. I don't know if he's...
Puhauser.
Looks like he's booking
Bloomfield.
Manager. Yeah.
Connor says, how are we feeling, lads? What's the temperature after the win last night? A little revitalised, missed the game. You didn't miss the game. You were on our watch-along. You must have been. Because I know you support your mates like that. Better, mate. Better. A little bit more confident, I have to say. Ryan Bloody Dudley. Claire, the Bulgarian Blade, says, how you doing, lads? Did a thing a few weeks ago when Kieran and my brother were across in BG, all Bulgaria. Looks like I'll be seeing you in Triple Point next Saturday. Brilliant.
Look forward to that.
Love that, Claire, who supports the Ramble over in Bulgaria, represents as is on screens in Bulgaria, which is ridiculous to think. Thank you, Claire. Hope you well. Luton free kick on edge of the box then.
I want to see that again, mate. That red, because I think that is so harsh.
Right, Asgard standing over it alongside. You'd normally say Alfie Doughty, wouldn't you? But I don't know who left footer is, to be honest.
Number 12, it's over at bar. Number 12 is who's just come on. It's
Eccles. Is it Eccles?
Naismith.
Oh, Naismith, right?
It's Naismith, isn't it, for Luton?
Right, here we go. Here we go. Watch Walsh 20. He pushes Binks.
I can't see his right hand. His left hand catches his shoulder. Referee gets a good enough view at it. That's blocking your view. Or his right hand.
No, you know.
Yeah, but we don't know if he's so as he's shoving him. All we can see is his left hand hitting his shoulder.
I'm winding.
I don't know what his right, whether his right hand slapped him in the face. If he has, then it's a red card, isn't it?
I tell you what, Binks has to have a word with him, son.
It looks very harsh, but it's just even game up now. Coventry have got. Look, Radoni's just made a sliding tackle in the corner, and he's banging in front of Coventry fans, and he's jeering them up. We've got a new lease of life, haven't they now?
He don't push him in face. He don't.
No.
He pushes him in chest.
Yeah, it's never.
And he pushes him into Carlton Morris's chest, and then he holds back of his head. Like, where is it, Carlton Morris? Absolutely ludicrous decision. You
know what it were, that?
Housery?
Famous words of Mr. Mountain. Pooh housery.
I'm going to clip that up, and that is going to be a new thing that we do. Scott says it was a meh game, Connor. Stoke are poor and didn't do much all game. We took our chances and we move on.
Yeah.
And El got sent off for something similar against Cov at their place. Yeah, that's true, actually. Maury says, wow, Luton was chucked the biggest chance. Liam Walsh, foolish for that. Awful, awful decision, says Paolo Natini. Random Man says, Luton have bad luck. Got a red against us 19 minutes in, then lost 4-0. They looked good up till then. I know, don't rub it in. I was cheering for Luton that game. Cov Red was harsh as it was, but that is shocking.
Yeah.
Connor doesn't watch championship games anymore, says Jordan. That is ridiculous. How dare you? Cooler King says, soft red card, but why run over to shove the Coventry player? So stupid. The state of the game and Luton's position means it's even more stupid. Just don't get involved.
Yeah, I agree. It's Amari Bell, though. Oh, that is an awful, like Sam McCallum-esque.
Sam McCallum-esque. Yes, it was, yeah. Nick Cook says, cover right back in this game now. It's even. Absolutely right. It's not a red, George, says Lee. He's pushed him into the lad behind and gone down holding his head. Yeah. Joke of a player. That's exactly
what I was saying is, I see him push him on his shoulder, but because you block, I didn't know if he's
like pushed his shoulder and then he's pushed his hand's a little bit higher, but it's top of his chest here.
Yeah, it's not a red one, is it?
No. Ridiculous.
But more fool him for getting involved. He's met referee make a decision, but more fool him for getting involved here. Especially when you've already had 2 stupid red cards earlier in the season. Fans aren't going to be best pleased with that, are they?
Amari Bell with a Luke Thomas cross, says Lee. Lee, in our watch along last night, said that same Sam McCallum cross was Luke Thomas-esque. Lee is having nightmares about Luke Thomas to this day. What a bell, Amari. Nice that, Maury. Not bad. I don't miss this bloody league, says Rai. I'm not having that from you, Rai. You're not even out of it yet. Ridiculous. I don't miss this league. I love this league. This league is brilliant. I don't want to stay in it, don't get me wrong. But it is. Championship is brilliant.
It is. I prefer fans as well.
Ben Sheaf, 5 yellow cards.
Like the banter as well between fans in Championship, so much better than when you go to Premiership.
Yeah, it is.
The banter between the opposite fans is awful. Plus, they come to your ground, they never sing. I'm not saying we're notorious for singing at home this season, but like you get Man U and City and they'll only cheer,
City. Yeah,
and sing City for 5 seconds when they've scored, and that's it. They're quiet all game. It don't make no atmosphere.
Great pass. What a pass that was, by the way. Lee says, retrospective red for simulation for Binks. That needs bringing in for players who go down holding the red under no context. It does need bringing in, but it's not in, is it? You're right. Nobody would dislike that rule for essentially cheating. Everything feels more artificial in the Prem. This is real football. I agree, Random Man. We've all got to chase the bright lights of the Prem, haven't we? We've all got to do it for the riches that comes with it.
Here comes Radone up against Bell.
Oh.
He gets into the box.
I tell you what,
His left foot back onto his right, and it's a great interception. I didn't see it where. It went which defender? It went out Naismith. He gets a great touch in. Well played, Eccles.
Well done. Corner ball. Yeah, it's a corner, that.
Coventry corner.
Who isn't having nightmares about our Lord and Saviour Luke Thomas? He makes Jackie Longthrow look like a technical wizard.
You know, he played other than that, I don't know if it was against Liverpool. It were against Liverpool. He played for Leicester.
It's crazy, isn't it? I wonder why they're down. Ed says, I would have championship football with Prem money. Yeah, I think we all would.
Yeah.
Won't be sad to see the back of these officials, even when I'm crying over VAR, says Carl. What do you think our club will look like once parachute payments are no more? Well, we'll be in Prem then, Jack, so don't worry about it, pal. Let's not have these negative conversations until we have to. Right, here we go. Corner to Burnley.
It's going to be an art swinger. Ball comes in. Carlton Morris heads it clear towards the edge of the box. Bidwell plays a left-footed outside of the book crossing, and it's headed clear again. And it's just going to go out for a Coventry throw-in. Bidwell's
an imposter of a footballer, I'm telling you. He's
him or Jack Robinson.
Well, rather have Bidwell. Doesn't Leeds fan do the same, Jord? And Burnley fans? I think all fans can be quiet at times, Maury, to be fair. But in general, I think that it's a lot more competitive in this league. When you boys win the playoffs, Jim, I best not hear you say you love this league still. I will. I still love it. The Championship is the best league to be a part of, especially when you're one of the better teams in it. When you're a big fish in a Championship pond, I think it's really good. Radoni is a proper footballer, says Lee. Liked him since his days at MK Dons. Yeah, my dad's a big fan as well. He were hoping we'd be in for him in summer. Never came, did it with Huddersfield. I think Cov went early on him, didn't they? He's been a good player for them. I'll tell you something, the atmosphere at Stoke, their home fans was mute all game, but aggressive towards us at the end. They're in a real pickle, though, aren't they, Moritz?
And they used to be loud. They were notorious. Yeah. They were well known for being loudest fans in Premiership when they were up there as well. I think the club's just in a bit of a downward spiral, aren't they?
Just seen the pigs are doing a march for Chansiri out. When are the Blades marching to show our support, Chansiri in? Viva Chansiri. It's had everything except a goal, this. I've enjoyed it for a 0-0. Me too, Cooler King. Me too. Random Man says, whenever I go to the turf, I try to make an atmosphere, always the first chanting. I credit myself with the win against Bristol City for not shutting up. I'm sure people around you thank you for it. But listen, you've got to do, haven't you? I love that when people keep trying to get atmosphere going.
Do you think it'd become a better atmosphere if COP becomes safe standing? I'm not saying...
I think they need to ban kids and pensioners from COP, to be honest.
Sorry, Jamie.
Ridiculous. I'm not going to let him forget that either. For those that don't know, Jamie Dumpling suggesting that now that he's 18, that you should ban kids from COP.
And pensioners.
And pensioners. Stay with me. This is controversial. Oh, yes. I love these. I love these. Wait till you see their shambles of a protest, says Mark. More people in Crucible. Ed says, you don't see a bottom of the league outplaying the team at the top of the league in the Prem. Plymouth dominated Cov and Sheff in recent weeks.
Oh, crossed in by Cov.
Oh!
It's just cleared by Luton. Oh.
I don't think Plymouth dominated us, pal. But I know what you're saying. Oh!
Radone.
Here comes Radone. Poor from Luton.
Bidwell.
Oh, nice from Sheaf.
Eccles. Back to Bidwell.
This is where it'll fall apart.
Yeah.
Sheaf to Grimes.
It's gone towards Radone. He heads it towards the...
Handball!
He heads it towards the hand of Cal Naismith was the more important thing what I said then. I don't know how I can't remember how high up his hands were, but he's challenging, like jumping backwards to win the header, and it hits his hand. I think it was more ball to hand.
I think you're probably right, but big shout all the same.
Cov still have it though.
Redoni.
Cross in. I didn't see who was that. I was just headed it up wide.
Had you right.
Were it? Oh, his arms are up, you know. Naismith jumps back.
Back of his head.
Arms up.
Back of his head.
Dead anyway.
Yeah.
Never hits his hand. Frank's going mad.
I'm bold. We should have nicked Redoni when he went to Huddersfield for 1.5. I know, mate. I know. Anything with
Do you think a goal's coming, Jim?
Penalty to Bradford against Donny. What we say, mate?
Do you think a goal's coming? I can't see it at the moment.
It wouldn't shock me. I don't think so at the minute, but it wouldn't shock me to go either way. It's been a good game. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been all right, hasn't it? Say it's a 0-0 game. It's not. It doesn't reflect it. The game itself, especially with chances that Luton had when Cov were down to 10.
Pen missed by Bradford.
Oh,
huge at top of League Two.
Ali spins his man, crosses it in.
And corner. Plymouth only won that game because Jack Robinson gifted them 2 goals. Might leave that comment up for a while, Maury. We're a platform that gives people their own opinions. Say whatever you like.
It's going to be Clark to take the corner for Luton. It's a right footer. He swings it towards the keeper. It's just headed clear by Cobb towards edge of box, and Asgard picks it up. Makoso back to Asgard. Plays one low into the box. It's lofted up into the air by Bidwell. And then Asgard tries to play a ball. Coventry player goes down, and it's a free kick to Cov.
Nothing new in that, Maury. Pick a game, any game, for Robinson gifting goals. Yeah, I've enjoyed this.
Another one that went down, though. He catches him on his hand.
Grimes, yeah.
And he went down holding his face. It's a long
Wouldn't
ball across to Redoni.
Red and white. Good touch. Unlucky. Naismith's underrated. He's a good player. I don't know why he weren't starting for them.
I swear he used to have bold head, Naismith.
He might have done, yeah.
That's why when he first come on, I didn't recognise him.
Donny promoted as it stands, are they? That's brilliant.
Get in. Promotion for Billy. Excuse me. League Two. Yeah, they are.
Lee won't be wrong.
There's 2 minutes left in game as well. The goal for Notts County. Is it going to be Didsey?
Probably.
Nope.
Well, it's a bit late on. They might have brought him off by now.
Conor Grant. No, he's still on. I think he's still on pitch. Grimes does a foul, breaks up play.
It's going to get booked. Cooler King says, this isn't it great in the Championship? Sounds like some fans are preparing for disappointment. Seriously, though, it's more an even playing field than in the Prem, even though I don't want to be in it. I'm not preparing for life in the Champ. I think I've been saying it all season that I really enjoy the league. I definitely want to get promoted. I think we have to get promoted if we're going to continue to build as a club, but I know what you mean. David says, meeting in the park in S6 to protest. Oh, shame, I missed my train. Never mind. Wrexham promoted today with a win, as Wickham are currently losing, says Scott. Blech.
They fell off, though, haven't they? Wickham. But I'm guessing that's since Bloomfield left.
Yeah, possibly. Port Vale's won. Whoever's got that bet is happy. Yeah, absolutely. Fair play to them.
Do they need to win league, though, Port Vale, or were it just to get promoted for that bet?
It was to win league, I think.
So what are they? I'm sure they're about 3 points off going into the last game.
No. What's going on here now?
Are they going to get a fine for this?
Everybody's surrounding referee here.
If this is Sheffield United, they get a fine for this.
It looked like it were a something and nothing foul where he gets pulled back. but they're screaming off as if like it's a player already on a booking. So it don't look like that's going to be the
Yellow
case.
card for Eccles.
Josh Eccles, yellow card. And Isaiah Jones gets a yellow card.
Oh, you just put up doing the take. You missed that on there.
Yeah, what?
Eccles pulls him back, which is a yellow card. But then Isaiah Jones kicks
That's
a left.
a red. That's a
kicks a
red
left
for
foot at
Jones.
him, doesn't he?
It's violent conduct. He's kicked him. Bottled it there, ref.
But it's banging in front of the linesman. It's literally happened, banging in front of the linesman.
I know, and he hadn't flagged it.
Yeah, I just looked at that, Scott.
Go on, Donny.
Chong's coming on.
That chong. And what has happened to him? He's had his hair cut. It's not great. It's not great. Yeah, it's normally down to his shoulders, isn't it? That?
I think that's what Burton Diaz is going for at the moment, throwing it out like that.
Wickham losing to my family's club. Up the O's. God bless the Queen, Mum. Up the Orient. I didn't know that your family from that way, Lee. Free kick to Luton Town. Right hand side. Taken quickly. Jones crosses it in at the byline, but it's cleared.
The quality of balls into the box from Luton have been poor.
Oh. Donny too.
I thought it was banned.
Sharp.
I thought it was banned.
Billy. My mate Billy Sharp.
He got a straight red, didn't he? But I'm guessing it was only a one-game ban, like, as we were talking about earlier, from that rule.
Thought it was Sideshow Bob coming on. Go on, Billy, lad. Sharp's bagged, says Mark Meldrew. 2-0. Brilliant that for Billy. Another promotion for Billy Sharp.
Fire him up, yeah. He's going to be buzzing next week then, isn't he?
Yep.
As God plays it in. No,
fan of the Ramble, you know, Billy Sharp.
Say again, sorry?
Fan of the Ramble, Billy Sharp.
I wasn't a fan at Ramble.
Just telling you.
Oh, in fact, sorry, Jack Robinson ain't a fan at Ramble.
No, I don't think he is. 5-0 to the Clarets. Ridiculous. Excuse me.
I caught that.
Here now. Just had a Christmas ad on YouTube, says David. What is going on there? Corner ball to Luton.
They're not beating first man there, Crossers.
No. 6 minutes of injury time for Donny to hang on to secure promotion. Can't be champions today unless Port Vale lose. Port Vale are currently winning 2-0. Billy gets Donny up. Love that. Up the Rovers. Well in Donny. Dad and all his side of the family from down there. Interesting, mate. Interesting. Bless you, sir. Just jumped through the roof, Jimmy. Good morning, lads. Good morning, Mr. V. Corner in. He's punched away by the keeper.
Chong. Back out to Clark. Clark cuts in on his right. He has a shot. Oh, we're going on target. It's a good head. Heads it over the bar. It's a corner again to Luton. Do you know what? Even though even though Luton had that man sent off and made it even, I don't think it's changed game one bit.
No.
It's still been most of Luton.
Another corner. In swinger.
Collins deals with it. Clark gets it. It's a left-footed cross this time. Comes out to the bike. I can't even... Ball's bouncing everywhere. And it's cleared from Coventry.
Oh, Bradford have scored, says Michael.
No.
Morning, my Canadian brother, says David to Mr. V.
I'm gonna put it on my totally legal stream, that match. On my phone. Oh, keeper comes.
Oh, misses.
Goal, Luton.
Goal, Luton. Oh, my word.
Baptiste still gets the goal. What is the keeper doing?
I know, the keeper. That's
Keeper
what we
comes
said,
out
weren't it?
A long ball into the box. Keeper comes out. He tries to punch it.
Oh.
Completely clatters with his defender. It falls down to Baptiste.
And they are
One
head in
defender.
hands, the
One
Coventry
defender
players.
running back, and Baptiste has a shot, and it comes off the defender, goes into the net. It's 1-0 Luton, and we're on 90 minutes.
Oh, what a goal that could be in the playoff and relegation race. Unbelievable.
Yeah, to be honest, what is keeper doing there?
Keeper taking out his own centre half.
It's
Binks can't
Kitchen.
keep it out either. So that's Binks and the keeper that we've both mentioned.
Oh, but Kitchen's going to head that clear, which he does go to edit, but then he just gets clattered by Collins. Leave it net wide open. Oh, my word. And Matt Bloomfield goes absolutely mental. And I do not blame him one bit.
This ain't great, you know, because I'd have preferred to play Coventry in playoffs, and it gives Millwall a squeak.
And Middlesbrough.
Yeah, Middlesbrough's all right.
If Middlesbrough win today, are they 3 points behind, is it?
Yes, Binks. Couldn't happen to a nicer player, says Lee. You're not a fan, are you, pal? Unbelievable, Jeff. I mean, Jim. I'm seeing him on Monday. Good finish, to be fair, says Ben. That was just funny to watch, says Ed. Ha ha, Binks. Ha ha, Binks. Nice. I see what you've done there. See what you've done, Paolo. Lampard will be going mad, says Mr. V. Mr. V tunes in just as all the action properly kicks off. We need these in playoffs, says super positive Jack. Jack, you worry about everything, pal. You worry about everything. Come on. We're more positive than that. Picked a good time to join the stream, it seems. You certainly did, Tom. You certainly did, mate.
I've just got Donny on my phone. There's 1 minute left.
Oh dear, Jaja Binks. Mr. V must start it all. I think he does, mate.
Free kick to Cov.
No one wants these playoffs. Don't blame him. Tazzy says, Borough win, they go level on points with Cov. Then it's Cov against Borough on the last game. I know. What we don't want is them cancelling each other out and Millwall sneaking in.
20 seconds left in the game, Jim.
So here, there's 6 minutes added, and you can see we're at 92nd. But still, they're not really penetrating them out, Cov.
There's a chance here. If he plays it to back stick, Chong's in.
Jones, give it.
Asgard's got it in back door. Oh, what a bad touch that is.
Oh, what an awful touch by Asgard that is.
Do you know, for me there, he should have left it.
It looks tired legs, that. What we say, mate?
I said he should have left it for Chong. Because then Chong's having a shot on his left foot. We're over time at Bradford, by the way.
It's what, mate?
We're over time. There was 6 minutes on. We're in 96:30.
Nice. Great win for the Clarets today. Leeds lose against Bristol, says Bell. Borough have got a better goal difference as well. So if Borough win today, they go above Cov. And then they go to Coventry. Who did Millwall play last game? Burnley.
Oh, there's
it's a free kick.
Latabodier and Naismith, fingers in the face. It's been split up like players now.
Does this all but relegate Plymouth because of goal difference? Yes, it does, mate. Middlesbrough must be loving this. I don't like the look of this Asgard, says Paolo. No, I know. Cooler King says, Binks on the line. I haven't seen anything so clumsy since Jimmy Traore played for Liverpool. I've enjoyed this game, Jord, I have to say. I wasn't sure what to expect watching a rival that there's not really loads on it for us, but
yeah,
I'd have been watching it anyway because I want to have a look at Cov. And now we might not even be looking at Cov.
That's why I mentioned it the other day, saying about Cov, because I thought they're potentially as rivals, aren't they?
Absolutely, mate.
And that's what we're looking at. So it, like I say, it gives us a chance to have a look at them, and they still could make it anyway. They might beat Middlesbrough next week, but
yeah, they might.
Donny are promoted.
Johnny what?
Donny are promoted. It's game over.
Get in. Go on, Billy. Love that. Give him another year.
Fans are on pitch.
One more year. One more year. One more year. Donny and Port Vale promoted to League One.
Can you remember when?
I'll have to look in the playoffs. It was a good race between us both for top two. Thank you, mate. Go on, mate. What were you saying?
Do you remember when we got promoted at Northampton and you saw someone running off with corner flag?
Yeah.
That's just happened at Donny.
How is it? Can't blame him, can you? Bit of memorabilia that. It looked well in the studio, wasn't it? a Sheffield United corner flag. Love Danny Rovers, says Maury. Let's hope the Clarets do us a solid and keep Millwall out of it then. Yes, let's hope so. I'll be cheering on Burnley for that game.
Well, they're going to be going for the title, aren't they? With Leeds last game of the season. So
yeah, they are.
You'd expect Burnley to win it.
Stoke will be playing them next season. Yeah. Stoke will be playing Port Vale. Oh, maybe. I think. Yeah.
Depends how Derby go on today, that really, against Stoke. Because if Derby win and go on to 49, then it does bring Stoke into it. But if Derby don't win, I think Stoke stay up. I think are they on 50 Stoke?
Yeah.
And Derby are on 46. If Derby win at Hull, then it does drag them into it because they're only a point clear of Derby then.
Oh, Coventry have got to be kicking themselves. Ren saying it's all up in there now. You could even get Bristol City. I think it's less likely we get Bristol City now that Cov haven't won, because Bristol City have got to play Preston at home on last day. So all they need is 3 more points to confirm 5th. And if they beat Preston on last day, I think that's a Bristol City Sunderland semi-final.
What have Bristol City got today?
They're away at Leeds on Monday.
Oh, of course, yeah.
I think Borough will be the best team for you guys, says Jord.
I said that at the start, didn't I? As well. I wanted Borough, but then after watching Coventry today, I started to change my mind. 96, 34 seconds gone, so it's a free kick to Coventry.
Toddy says it all depends if Leeds beat Bristol today to stay level with Burnley. FV says, Jimbo, do you want in the semis? I'd like Coventry to be honest, but it's not looking that likely now.
Collins lost it up. It's still in Luton's half. Sorry. Yeah, referee's blunt whistle. It's game over. 1-0.
Oh, Bloomfield's loving it. Well played. That is a huge win.
Said at start, didn't I? Said I can see Luton sneaking to, there to stay up, and they've definitely put themselves in mixed into that now.
Well, I think let's have a little look at this now. Present, share screen, get that up. So Luton now are up to 20th on 49 points. Derby and Hull play each other. Is that today, did we say?
Yeah, that's today, yeah.
Oh, my word. So Luton are going to stay out of the relegation zone no matter what happens today.
Yep.
So they will go in the final game of the season out of the relegation zone, and then they go to West Brom, who've got nothing to play for on the final day. Oh, my word. Wow. And then who've Derby got on the final day? They've got Stoke at home. Oh, my word. It's all over the place, isn't it?
See, but if Derby win today, they'll go to 49. Stoke's only on 50, so it's dragging them into it.
Hull are away at Portsmouth.
Who are out in it? They're
out of it. Can Oxford get dragged in there at Swansea on last day?
Potentially.
But the too many teams play each other. They're at Swansea on the last day. Or were they on? Where do Oxford play today? They're at home to Sunderland today, Oxford.
Could you imagine, though?
Swansea won 5 or 4 on spin.
Speaking of playoffs, though, last week, Sunderland, Bristol City and Coventry all lost, didn't they?
Yeah.
Imagine if that happens again today. Because obviously Bristol City play Monday, so potentially they could lose. Coventry's already lost. And if Sunderland lose today, that'll be 2 weeks in a row where the playoff teams have lost.
It's crazy, mate. Absolutely crazy. And that's why we love it. That's why we love the championship. Right. Absolutely love it.
It's just showing you Coventry players are trying to gear, Coventry fans up. They're obviously not very happy, which fair enough.
Oh dear. Right, let's have a look. What's everybody saying? Hull versus Derby today. Wow, I know, mate. Big win for Luton. That. Who did they play last game? They're away at West Brom, Ren. Hull versus Derby is really big now. Scott says you really want a team like Borough or Cov in the semis. Don't want like a Millwall or a Blackburn Rovers because of their momentum. I agree. Bet Kaminsky will be over the moon after keeping a clean sheet due to his dad's death. Yeah, his dad passed away this week, didn't he? Well done to Luton, says Paolo. Sunderland against Blades final is what I want, says Jordan. As a Leeds fan, I'd be happy if Derby go down. I know you will. Derby v Hull Watchalong. Who says no? I say no. There's no legal streams.
And I say no because I am now going out for a beer.
There you go. There you go. Luton's goal difference could kill them. Could. Yeah, it could. They've got the worst goal difference down there. It's in their own hands, though, says Rye. I wouldn't. Massive game, says Random Man. Cooler King says great result for Luton. Just goes to show how important momentum is at the business end of the season. Michael says, Jimmy, it could be Middlesbrough, Millwall, or even Blackburn the Blades could get. It could. It could, mate. If Derby a Hull draw, anyone on 49 will be in trouble on the last day. When are you next live, Jim? So I am next live Tuesday. 3MB. Back with the 3MB boys on Tuesday, because I am at the Star Awards on Monday, and tomorrow we're hoping to release Kieran's Ramble on the Road. So there'll still be plenty of content coming out from the channel. But
we have word that Paul Mountain will be drinking red wine. So
all right, is he? All right.
To tune in for that one.
Nice, mate. James Summers says, Millwall being with a chance is giving me a headache. Surely not, mate. They've got to go to Burnley, who are unbeaten at home, and they have to go and win. We know how difficult that is. Burnley were fighting for the title. Glyn says, Super Clarets battering QPR, things you love to see. I'm a Blades fan from now on. Up the Clarets, up the Ramble, top man. Michael says he's the Coventry City defender ruled out of the playoffs. I hope so. You mean Bobby Thomas, don't you? But I hope so. Cov bottled it. Millwall in the playoffs. You watch, says Gav. Hope not. Hope not. Come on, Watford. Don't know what Watford have got today, but fair dues. Right. We're going to call it there, I think. Thank you to everybody that's joined us. We've had consistently well over 300 people in here on all platforms, 358 currently. Thank you to everybody. I held got Blackburn, of course. I should have known that with being a Burnley fan. Yeah, that'd do us, to be honest, because that'd mean Blackburn have nothing to play for on final game at season. So if Sheffield United want one result today, maybe it's for Watford to beat Blackburn so that they don't come to Bramall Lane needing something on final day. So thank you to everybody for joining us. Very much appreciated. If you're not already and you like our content, please do subscribe to this channel. There will be a lot more sort of diverse content coming to this channel as well, particularly moving into the summer when there's no football on, whereas the Blades Ramble will focus solely on Sheffield United, as that's what we are. We're a Blades channel. So thanks again for everybody joining us. And for now, come on, you red and white wizards.
Up the Blades.
Ramble!